Okay. Chris.
What's he?
Wait, hold on. Let me add everybody, man. Dang. Wow, what the hell
Chris?
is? Yeah.
Chris and who? Who else you adding?
All right, Chris. Let's see if he's coming. And my girl's dad.
Oh, okay.
He's not on though. Damn, what's taking so long?
You mean Pete?
He should be coming on. Bro, hurry up, Chris.
Rapper Vince Staples.
He's a rapper from what?
He's just a rapper. That's his name, Vince Staples.
Rapper.
Right?
Ben Staples?
I think they made him show.
Hi, Mama.
Chris is unable to join. What is going on? Oh, he should be coming.
How was the workout? Good?
He from LA.
Chris,
There you
What's
go.
what's
up, boy?
up?
We gotta add one more. I don't know where he at, man.
I had life happens. Y'all start talking. You can
Are you
start talking.
gonna
I'm
go
talking.
get
I'll
your
be back.
food? You gonna get your
Yeah.
food and your beer?
Bro, how you gonna get on and get off?
Oh. Oops, stop.
Damn, I'm about to kick him off.
Who? Chris?
Yeah, that was playing. Here we go again. Let's talk. I want to add my boy. See if we can add him.
Who? Quick. Can't hoop. You can't be on the line, dog.
Yeah, you about to get off in 2
Oh
seconds.
shit! Best hooper on this thing.
The best hooper is
I'm.
crazy.
You stop it. Oh, then you better.
Uh-oh.
Yo, give me a
He
second.
answered the thing.
Give me a second. Let me get my setup on real quick. Give me 1 second.
Everybody got to get ready. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
We got
I
to
ain't
get
ready.
ready.
I'm already ready. I just got to turn the light on. That's all. It's good.
Uh-oh.
You
Yeah,
stay
I
ready. You ain't got
can't
to
see
get ready.
shit.
You stay ready. You ain't got to get
What,
ready, baby.
what's up?
Bottom, my God. Hey,
What's up?
there's some OGs on here right now, man. Have
Hey,
y'all
you
bump,
know
I
man. Some
love it.
what's
OGs right
crazy?
now.
All y'all on here cannot guard me. That is the
Man,
crazy
that's the
Hey,
shit.
spot.
I'm
stupidest shit
cooking
I've ever
all
heard.
y'all.
Hey, let them
He
know though.
don't.
Let them know.
Hey,
He'll never
guess
learn.
what? I
He'll
gave him
never
80.
learn.
Who?
He'll
I gave him 80. Nas gave him 80 in the game.
80 what? 80
What?
minutes?
80. Hey,
80. You
Hey,
man, you can't.
hey. I will say this. I know he's a scorer, but he ain't giving. We come from a different breed, bro. We ain't giving no 80.
Yeah, he don't get it,
Nah,
man. He's
we
still
different.
learning. He's still
all right.
learning.
So, hey, we're gonna start it because I don't know where the hell Chris is
He's
at.
I
drinking a beer.
told y'all to start.
So, there he is.
Told
Holdbacks.
y'all to start.
If being a holdback is that beneficial to your career, Nas, go ahead and talk to us.
Um, I mean, long term, no. But if you want to like shine at an early age and grow a name for yourself, big time, because you have a huge advantage over the eighth grade level, freshman level, sophomore level. When you're 15, you're playing against 13-year-olds, right? So if you're trying to like grow a brand and create a name for yourself, of course, right? Because you can shine. You know,
Yeah.
that's the only big advantage. Long term, of course not, because you're 19 years old. College coaches see it, and people catch up. So that's my feedback on that.
I like it. I like it. I think it changes with every kid. I think some kids can benefit from it and take it to next levels. But I think sometimes it can hurt people because they could be so good in the fourth, fifth, sixth grade, and they get to high school and they don't know what hit them, and they don't even look to college because high school hit them with so much so fast. So
Correct.
I think it depends on the kid because sometimes it could work out and make them be that person. What about you?
yeah. So actually now, man, this. It's been in it so long, bro. You gotta change your mindset too. I mean, I was a big thinker of no, But now it depends on, like you said, some kids are 17 out of, well, if they were to stay on track, they'd be 17 graduating high school, right? You know, so based upon that, I know I was a 17-year-old freshman at JUCO. I wasn't ready until, you know what I mean? But it took work. So it depends on what your development plan is for that player, right? What your goal is really. Now, some kids that have D1 potential like that, you see that maybe in middle school, high school. But for me, it was like, it didn't make no sense for me to try to either go to whole back or prep school. It was what it was, you know what I'm saying, for me personally. But nowadays, I think everybody would say it differently though, man, because these kids are projected to be certain things and they get invested, you know, they have investment, people invest in their futures and their workout plans. It just varies, man. First, I was against it. I kind of was a certain way. But now I'm just like, man, it's risky. I'll say that. It's the risk reward. Because if you fail at it, then what do you have to fall back on?
Yeah.
Because you know everybody's gonna put out there, man, hey, you know you should have been playing up your age, but why y'all here? You know what I'm saying? So I think it's very risky, but I mean, I guess based upon like your talent potential, it's something that it may benefit kids. Like some kids out there are doing it and it's really benefiting, man. They out there, even though it's only a year, right? Or maybe 2. I don't know how far it goes. Trust me, maybe a year. But some kids that are doing it that are successful, you got to make sure you cash in that ticket, because you put in that bet. You know what I'm saying? You cash that ticket. It don't work out for you, then what you gotta do, man? What you gonna say? What you gonna do?
Yeah. Next one, Chris, you there? I don't know where Chris is at.
They trying to get a Michelob.
AAU coaches, man, getting mad when a kid leave your team. When the kid say, you know what, you ain't it, I'm going over here. Do you think that's cool for AAU coach to have that grudge and hold it? Because it happens, so I don't want to hear it. Oh, that don't happen. This shouldn't happen. It happens.
No,
so
trust me, I'm and on these platforms now, even something like this, but I can be 100 with you. I've been in situations as assistant coach high school, even as a head coach, bro. Like kids gonna leave your program. Kids are gonna leave. Hey, you're probably in a high school program, and then as a coach, really you can do about it. I mean, you shouldn't. You know what I mean? It's out of your progress, out of your hand. Some coaches have done things to try to stop kids from going, but based upon what it is, man, it's like they're still going to find a way because there's rules around it, and if they have to sit, they're still going to leave. If they have to, transfer. So even at AU, I know it's going to happen, so I don't think it should be any type of bad blood from it. I mean, any type of like that. You got to really take that on the head. Either it was communication issues or something didn't work out. It just didn't work out. Let them go find out, because 2 things may happen. They'll be successful, but they realize the grass ain't green on the other side. Other than that, it ain't in your control.
Chris,
you do what you control.
man, why you be holding grudges on your kids that leave your program? Because you can charge them $2,500
Oh,
shit.
All right, here we go with
upset?
this shit. Here we go with this shit.
Hey, you was okay.
Here we
Bruh,
go
I
with
got
this
off
shit.
there twice and came back on. Y'all still was going.
For real.
Right, bro. I said, bro.
He killed me with this $2,500 price point, Marcus.
Because I was rocking, Chris.
Hey, no. Don't cut me off. I like to talk. Don't cut me off.
Go ahead.
Sometimes some people gotta be in their lane. Stay in fucking training. All right. Your business economics is terrible. All right. Stay in the lane of training. All right.
I always stay in my lane.
This shit, the shit you tell me, this motherfucker said, I'm gonna make it free for everybody. Okay, sure, you do that. You make it free for everybody.
But look,
I'm
you
waiting to
can't
see it,
get
Mark.
mad. You can't get mad when you got other kids going to other programs because your price point is high, brother.
I'm not mad when other kids go to other programs, and my price point isn't high. My price point's low. That's the difference. You don't know the numbers.
What division is yours? Where's the high?
Bro,
Where's the
you
low?
just keep saying the whole number $2,500. I'm telling you, it's $400 per month. You keep going to it's $2,500 at the grand total of it, yes. But you're not doing the economics, Marcus. If a kid's with me for 4 years, they spend $2,500 for 4 years. How much money is that? Let's do the math, Marcus. I want to see it. Come on.
No, don't hit me.
No, see, change it up. See, change it up. See, change the shit up. You change the shit up now. No.
Okay,
What's $2,500
I'm
for?
not answering that.
Of course
My
not.
thing is this:
Of course not.
not everybody's AAU. Can we please agree on that?
No.
When you get to high school, AAU is supposed to be only the top tier.
It's not.
Wait,
no, it's not.
Chris, Marcus,
it's not.
Chris,
no.
Hold on, Chris.
Marcus, listen to this. I will say this though. I heard y'all say that whole argument and about debate about high school opportunity. I think Marcus, you talked about one of your players that was at Folsom in this situation, right? I will say this though. I think TJ tried to chime in. Somebody tried to say, or I think Chris might have said it. AAU should give that player opportunity to play against same skill set players, because yes, you may not get minutes to high school team. That is the benefit of AAU team. Even if you're not playing travel on a high level basketball, you get a chance to go play against players who you may see, even your own teammates probably, right? Mm-hmm. And so you get in a different mindset. I will say that though, because if they don't pay at all, you can work out and you go train, but you also, I know you need court time. You need game repetitions now. May be at court side if you have to afford that, But if you can get better game reps to play against your teammates when they come out for trials, you can't just go work out alone and think you're gonna get better in gameplay situations.
No, yeah, I agree with that. But I'm saying like everybody's on a circuit now. It seems like every team is a circuit. Like
They're
all these
not.
kids are circuit. So to me,
Everybody
you're
is not
watering
on the
it
circuit.
down.
You're
Well,
incorrect. Everybody is not on the
is
circuit.
TJ
So
on the circuit?
what needs to happen is the problem is AU has been diluted because anyone can be an AU team. You can try out for a team, and what happens is when you don't make that team, then you have parents who are like, "Oh, do you want to start a team?" And then you got a whole new team that just plays, right?
Yep.
When we played AAU, you had to get invited one, and then you had to try out, right? So it was special to play AAU. It's not about that anymore. So when you're saying that, Chris, it's like, does everyone deserve to play AAU nowadays? But if that name doesn't mean anything anymore, right? It only means something in when you're in that high level. Everything else is a joke because anyone can play AAU. It's just open run. AAU at that level is like a rec league, and
What I would say,
that's how you got to see it. So
what I would say to counter with this analogy is
Oh,
what you're saying with the equivalent of what you're saying is, if you're not capable of buying a Tesla, nobody should have a car.
incorrect. I didn't say that.
That's the
That's
equivalent of what you're saying. No, you said AAU has to be the highest level, right? I'm just using cars because that's something we all can relate to.
okay.
We understand a Corolla is much cheaper than a Tesla. We know that.
Correct.
But
Correct.
should we tell the guy in the Corolla, hey man, that's a shit car, bro. You can't be driving. You can't be fucking driving. Get your ass off the road. It's only Teslas on the road, bro.
Okay.
No,
I didn't say that you couldn't have
everybody
another
has a
league.
different. Hold on. Let me finish the analogy. Everybody has a different vehicle to get to a destination. That's all I'm saying. Everybody has a different vehicle. So
Okay.
some motherfuckers are gonna be in Corollas and hardwood pallets, and some motherfuckers are gonna be in Tesla on
So
EYBL.
Chris,
So you, so
That's
you,
all I'm saying.
so
so
Chris, let
you
me tell you
you
this though.
admit to me you're admitting that AU is not the same anymore.
No, what do you mean it's not the same? Of course it's not the same. I'm
Okay.
saying AAU has levels now, as opposed to where it was one exclusive level. It has levels now, and the good part, this is the offset of the good part. We talk about a lot the bad. I'm saying the good part. The good part with the levels, it sends kids where they belong. Maybe a kid is a D3 kid. Maybe he is a D3 kid. He needs to play at a D3 level, but that's still a college opportunity for him, as opposed to back in the day, D1 or bust. That's it. You were D1. If you weren't D1, you end up at a JUCO. If you end up at a JUCO, some D2 picked you up straggling or something like that. Now, the D3 kid has a platform for himself. West Coast Elite does great Division III showcases every year for strictly high academic Division III kids. They deserve that platform. But would you say that's the top level? Of course not. It's Division III kids. They're not the top level. They're just not. But they deserve that platform. That platform doesn't exist if there's not levels to this shit. That's the
hey,
point
you
I'm
know
saying.
what, Chris? That's the first time I'm agreeing with you. Hey, that was a good little analogy. Hey, you know what, Chris? Chris been doing his homework because you
And what
said
the
first few times, Lord
fuck?
Jesus. But this one, I'm gonna say you brought that one home. I got you on that one. All I'm saying is AAU, like we ain't gotta worry about AAU every weekend. We need to
You're
break it
right.
up. We need some weekends. Let's go. Hey, let's go play with the older guys. Y'all come over here. Let me get y'all this work. Right? Like just like sometimes we don't gotta always AAU, 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 AAU. That's why I feel like that's what's
Well,
happening. As soon as the season's over, AAU, everybody's trying to focus
but
on that.
Marcus, you know what the big thing is? I would say the big thing of this is, and again, Bada, Chris, I know Bada for sure. We the same age. It
Yeah.
was now, so it's like it's the vacation of it though too. These kids can't wait to just go out of town and play basketball when we couldn't wait
Right.
to just go play ball, right? So
Right.
like Chris said before, my parents gonna spend $200 on me to go out of town too, and like who? It ain't really it's basketball, but they ready to go see other kids, go out of town, stay in a hotel room. So that part kind of I think overshadows the gameplay, the practice mode, the team bonding part is cool to travel because again, bro, if you was again, and these kids care nothing about when we play AAU. They don't care nothing about that. No
What's up,
Nike, it was on
Paul
Nike
Hill?
Town,
My bad, JJ. I
Nike
just
Elite,
saw
right?
Paul
Nike
Hill say
Elite.
what's up.
You had to be elite. You couldn't get invited to that shit. They wasn't coming for you. But
Yeah.
now it's like, hey man, I can play. I'm gonna go see my kid for the weekend, babysitting. Even if they ain't playing, I'm gonna let them go. I ain't gonna watch no games, but I'm gonna pay my little money, get them out of the house for the weekend, so they get to
Right.
travel more than we did. So I think that also takes a little bit down to the overall perception of the game, how it should be, how the competition level should be. It's more photo ops than I would say. It's a lot of games being played, but it's damn near hella photos. People doing some highlight reels and more basketball being played at like a consistent level to where kids are getting better too. And that's when kind of I'm like, man, I want to make sure the kids are getting something out of it internally, right? Not just taking photos, but they get memories. I get it, But it's like, you know, because you can't get it at home anymore like that, man. Everybody wants to just travel and do it, and that's what makes it such appealing for kids to play AAU as well.
So Naz, you have two boys. One just graduated. You got one junior. I know he just got hurt. Hopefully he gets better. But being a parent, is that something you look forward to, vacations and stuff?
Yeah, I mean, obviously those it's good bonding with kids. It gives the players experience, right? Traveling, seeing different things. Yeah, I mean there's pros and cons and everything. Obviously, it's expensive, one, right, to be able to travel and do all that. But I did want to piggyback off what Chris said. You made a great point. There's obviously different levels to it. But do you think nowadays that AAU is more of a business,
I
right?
think.
By coach,
Go ahead.
yeah, versus what it used to be, where it was more of a platform to show your talent, play against the highest level. When we had AAU versus how AAU is treated now, I feel like there's still that top level, but everything below that is more of like a business, right? Do you feel like that's how it is now?
Mm. My answer to that would be, okay, in a blanket statement, yes. In a blanket statement, yes. However, there are like at least one or two layers I'd have to say you have to peel back, right? So what triggered AAU to what it's become today, a lot of people don't really understand the origins of how basketball AAU became like this, and maybe people who are listening to the live can, if you actually learn the history and research. So the if you guys circle back to Tracy McGrady when he got his first contract in Toronto, that was the legendary benchmark that shifted AAU. Just like the guy the guy that got
Raymond
Jordan
James?
his contract, Michael Jordan his contract, the shoe guy. Tracy McGrady was the benchmark, which shifted AAU. What turned it into a business? It's always been a business to a degree, but what made it turned into basically like a gold rush
LeVar
was
Ball.
Tracy McGrady was the first. And if you research, you see it. He was the first NBA player to put in his contract that he wanted a sizable amount of money for him to go to his AAU coach. He was the first to do that. And that's why you see nowadays the team Hardens, the team Why Nots, the team Lillards. That's a 501c for those guys, right? That's a tax write-off for Damian Lillard at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's why you see these NBA players create all these programs. Yeah, they want to help the kids,
But they got to
but
get that money.
ultimately what they're really
Right,
not
that money.
fucking telling you, it's a tax write-off.
Yeah.
For the if I'm James Harden and I know I could give $500,000 to a 501c that will make sure my tax money is taken care, or I'm not being taxed out of the bracket, yeah, that's like $5 to him. You know what I mean? That's
Ray,
$5.
can we take a moment? First of all, Chris is sounding really good today. Okay, keep going. Go ahead. I gotta say this. Hey, you did your research. Hey, brother was
Bro,
brother
hey,
was at the,
hey, I will say, he talking real different tonight. Other night, y'all was real aggressive for a minute.
yeah. Other night we just saying. But now
Because
I'm gonna go ahead and
Hey,
say
because he hasn't had his beer yet.
Oh, okay,
He-
that's
That's
what it was.
true. That's
once
true. I
he
haven't
has
had my
his
beer
beer,
yet.
then
You're
he'll
right.
be like, you know what?
No, what I'm saying is like that deal with T-Mac giving money to his coach, once that got exposed, that's what kind of, I would say, shifted. This motherfucker Webb stupid. He said he got fresh braids. Shut the fuck up.
But I don't
That's
know. I
what,
mean, I see what you're saying, but I think
yeah.
LeVar Ball really put things into play because he was the first parent to say, "My kids this," and they kind of all panned out, in my opinion.
Well,
They
well, no,
all
I'm
did.
saying LeVar Ball definitely elevated, but I'm saying that's what started it. All this had to start
Yeah.
at an origin point. And it was that Tracy McGrady deal. And once people saw, like, oh shit, if I fuck around and get a random kid that can make it to the league, and for him, he'll pretty much guarantee me some money in my pocket. Because please believe that AAU coach pocketed some of that shit. I heard the deal was like 700,000. He did not give all that to the AAU club.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yo,
mean? So,
you
like,
and him
I'm
think a
sure
lot.
that dude pocketed like 200-300K.
He
You and
probably
him
And
very
this is talking
he's
about
similar.
probably charging 2,500 per kid.
here we go. Y'all swearing down my
Hey,
shit high. I'm telling
your
you, do your
contact in
research.
my
My
phone
shit
is
is low.
2,500.
Okay. Again. So that's what the deal that shifted AAU
Yeah.
to become more of the business. That's my answer to it. Because people saw that you could fuck around and get a kid that might randomly make it to the league and you could pocket some of that shit. That's what made it such a like lucrative business deal. Because I can't deny, like, for me at YBA, like, we are business. We are in the business of basketball, no doubt about that. However, we try to balance between the business side, the family side, and the player side. We try to balance all three. Because at the end of the day,
how important AAU if they go on portal, JC, prep, and then AAU, then high school? So tell me, and you charge me $2,500, and my kid's trying to play for you, but they looking at the portal, right? Then they go JC, prep,
yeah,
AAU, then high school. So why are we so AAU when they looking at the portal first anyway?
Marcus,
well,
hold on.
then
Chris,
what?
before you go though,
Okay,
Chris, before you
go ahead.
Marcus, now let's be real. That shit just started though, pre-COVID. It wasn't like that the whole time.
No,
bro.
no, you're absolutely right.
But
absolutely right.
But now you are right though, because you're right too. Because now it's like any kids out of high school, you should know already right now. I'm probably gonna have to go to JC or prep school or something else because of what it is now. But pre-COVID, it was kind of that kids were getting out of here. You know what I'm saying? Even locally or across, see different states. But after they're saying during COVID, now it has changed everything for sure.
So
I mean, this the biggest part is, okay, you give me 2,500, your kid's on my team, right? Let's talk, right? Let's say 2,500.
Is that
Let's go.
I'm not accepting
Is that 2,500 per week?
Stop it.
Wow. 2,500. No, motherfucker. It ain't 2,500 per week.
You got it. You ain't gonna pay 2,500 a week. I know you.
Hell no, I ain't shit.
So let's say, okay, what am I giving you? Okay, I'm marketing you. I'm giving you access to a facility. I'm giving you 30 practices.
How are you marketing when you could just social? You got your own Instagram. You can market yourself. I'm just asking questions.
What do you mean? I have my own Instagram and then I have a YBA Instagram.
Yeah, that only got like 1,000 followers.
Who gives a fuck?
But just go ahead. I'm just asking
It's got
questions.
999. Just unfollow it.
No, nobody said there has to be a huge following to be marketed.
Okay.
No, marketing is just getting it out there.
My brother's smart today.
Marcus, let me say this: it is who's following you is the answer. Who those followers are is the answer.
Okay, there we go.
Right. Okay. What I would say is go back to my IG live with Coach Hendricks, with Damani Hendricks at San Jose State. He said it himself. He said, we don't want to go to a high school where we know you're going to drop 52 a game because you're the best fucking kid out there. We want to measure you against other talented kids. Well, where do those other talented kids go? Shoe circuits. You have to go where the talent goes. That's where the colleges go. Colleges go where the talents go. Players that want a chance to go to college have to go where the talent goes. And my job is to facilitate that opportunity. That's what the AAU guy is.
Chris,
he facilitates the opportunity.
Let me ask you a question then. In that case, since even the area we're in now, it's not a lot of top shoe guys on the team. Well, what about the other kids though? What's open for the other kids, like who can go to the D2, D3 maybe, because it's a lot of those, but they got to see the light too. You know what I mean? What's up with them?
That's where I would say that's where you have to use discernment on the club you attach yourself to. Okay. Because, like, for instance, I take my kids to D3 showcases. Like May 4th and 5th, I'm taking a team to Arizona because Prep Hoops is doing a Division III junior college NAI showcase. So all the schools there are Division III, JUCO, and NAI. Because I know the majority of kids, even in my club or on my teams, that's where they're going to end up. So you do have to use that discernment because there are some AAU clubs, they're going to bullshit you.
Chris is making about time, Chris. That's all we've been asking for.
See, here we go. This is why I get hostile. See, this is why I get hostile.
No, you brother, Dale is making sense.
Marcus, you need some veterans on with you.
I know, because now he can't be bullshitting. He know if he say something wrong back in the day, you guys were there.
Fuck that. No. Marcus was talking all kind of bullshit yesterday. That's all.
Chris, but do you tell these players and these parents that I mean, because kids have come. I know your program is booming, it's jamming. They come in with high hopes, but do you have these real conversations with them?
Yes, we've known each other long enough. I think you know my character, right? Like I have those tough conversations. I'm not going to say those conversations are fun, because a lot of these kids come into that shit with, coach, you're going to call Sonoma State for me, right? You're going to call, I know the coaches at, pretty much everywhere in California, Cal Poly, USC, UCLA. I know the assistant coach. Like, you're going to make that call for me. I go, son, no. I'm going to call Yuba, ARC, Sac City,
Right.
Okay.
Consumnes. Like, that's your level. You might not like that. You might not want to hear that, but that's your level. But again, this is why I tell people, especially in this AAU game, being honest is a bad business move. I lose business for being honest.
Oh yeah, I would say personally, I agree with that. But also,
Dang,
as we know,
that's
it's
real.
the right move to make, bro. For
Yeah.
the kids.
So I have a question to the AAU coaches, right?
Mhm.
And maybe you can answer this.
Yeah.
Where do you feel like the big advantage in playing AAU with a branded AAU program, right, versus playing just high school sports, right? Because obviously high school sports now, when we played high school sports, it was high school team and then AAU. Now you have high school teams that have high school AAU with it, right? So like there's levels to it now, but
Yeah.
based off of like the top AAU teams, what's the huge advantage to play with you guys? Is it the recruiting? Is it the ability to showcase against other talent? Like what are you selling? Right?
Well,
What are you telling
Dang,
these parents and these
that's
top
a
college
good
kids?
question. I
well,
can't wait
no,
to hear this.
that circles back to what I said earlier. Like, I'm selling the opportunity. I'm selling the platform and the coaching and the structure. Because of course I'm a bet on myself as a coach.
Mm.
If you can
Okay.
compare me to any coach, I'm a always bet on myself.
Okay.
I'm a
What happens when you
'cause
lose to that
But
other coach?
that's
I'm gonna
rare.
ask you. I'm gonna
But
ask you. I'm
wins
gonna
and losses are at the end of the
I'm one
game.
to know.
Chris. I have
Go
Oh,
ahead,
here
my
you
bad.
go
hold
with this shit. Here you
hold
go.
on,
You give me
Chris.
one random hardwood weekend and hit it by like
Hey,
2
hey,
points, and
listen,
there you
y'all.
go
But
talking
you know the
shit.
cold part? I had
Wait,
60 legit 60
you're not
we
one to
had
know.
college
Remember?
players.
No. I beat your EG Royals twice.
That don't,
You're
Hold,
two
hey,
and
the
one.
kill
I'm
hold
don't
on,
up.
count because you
Chris.
I
had some
I
beat
have a
your EG
holdbacks.
question,
Royals twice.
Marcus. Hold on.
You had some holdbacks.
Hold on,
Hey,
Chris.
answer that
Hey,
man's question, man. Let us
Hold
answer
on,
that
Chris.
question,
bad.
man.
Hold on. Answer this question because when, as a parent, as a
Ooh.
hooper, right?
Mm.
Where is your resume?
Mm.
Who
Wow.
have you? So
This is
if
getting real.
I came to you as somebody as
Yeah.
knowledgeable as me in basketball, that
Yeah.
has a kid that plays basketball, like
Mm-hmm.
you as an AAU coach that's charges 2,500 or charges 5,000 doesn't make a difference, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because the money is the value, right? If you're gonna
Mm.
find 12 parents that are willing to pay 2,500, they're buying the brand. It doesn't matter. You don't worry about other people spending.
Mm.
They're paying for it. Great, let it run, right? So
Right.
I'm never going to question that. But what I will question is your resume. Who have
Mm-hmm.
you got to the next level? What
Well,
kids have you
if
put out there to
if you're
to be able to say I'm doing this?
if
We
you're
That would
got
talking
be
about
my question.
specifically, if that's a two-parted question, because if you're talking about specifically me,
Yes.
I can give you a list of kid after kid after kid after kid.
Okay.
But if you're talking about the organization of YBA, they've been around 20 years.
Of
That is
course.
unheard of for an AU program to be around 20 years. And we have a list of over 200 plus athletes on the website. So as a parent, if you came to me and say, hey, what's the history you've done of sending kids to all kind of different college levels? Here's the link. That's what I
mm.
would
Okay.
say in response.
Mm.
Here's the
Are
link. Read the names.
you?
Here's
No,
the
I'm
link.
gonna I'm gonna I'm gonna call you out on this
Yeah.
because Are you are you saying this is based off of you going to a tournament and you got somebody connected, or is it something that they've done through their high school and they're being recruited and you just enhanced it? What are you doing? Like, are you
It's all
giving them?
it's case by case, all the above. The general
Okay,
answer is it's based off the relationships that I've built with these college coaches.
okay.
It's based off the relationships.
Politics,
It's based off the
politics. Is who you know, putting the
no
right people on.
politics. No,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't look at it as politics. I
Why
don't look at
not?
it as politics at all. It's like this. If I make a college, if I call a college coach, like I was just on the phone yesterday with the head coach of Iowa State. He called
Okay,
me and said, "Hey, Chris, I'm looking for certain players, like some wings, maybe a potential big, or there's some kids you could point out my way." I said, "Well, there's two kids that just moved from Houston. These two light skinned brothers, they call them twins. One's a senior, one's a junior.
He
They're
recruiting right now.
6'10". They
I
go to
like the way you're
Enderton."
doing this.
So I said,
This boy's recruiting
so I
and
said,
talking
"Hey,
knowledge.
I'm going to send you their highlight videos so you can get an idea of them and check them out and get a framework of their game." I sent it to him. He then calls me back and says, "Hey, Chris, can you get me in touch with the parents?" Absolutely. Because again, I told him they're from Houston. Iowa and Houston aren't that far. So he's like, maybe they can have some ties out here and I'll have a chance to recruit them. That's what I did. And those kids have not even played a day for me. Because again, I don't care about, they have to have a YBA jersey on. But guess what? Because of the relationship I have with the head coach at Iowa State, I'm able to get that phone call.
You know, I got 2 more years left. Can you get me in?
Hey, hell
Hey,
no.
I
So you
got you.
better stay your ass
Hey,
on that sideline, man.
Hey,
I can
okay,
I
hey,
can get
you
you
know
in
what,
any
Chris,
I can get you in any NAIA in the country because they got no age limit.
I
You
love
can
it,
be
Chris.
man.
35 out there
Hey, you know
balling.
what, Chris? You making some sense today. I'm happy. Okay,
Marcus, I told
now,
you. He had to have the OGs on him, man.
yeah,
Coach
we ain't
his
gonna
grown up
call
self,
you.
bro.
We're gonna say 2,500, but he knows something.
Here we go with
Okay, he knows
the
something.
man.
Hey, but okay,
What's the next topic?
okay.
Get off of the
High
2500,
school.
motherfucker. What's
Okay,
the
Hey,
next
high
topic?
school. Okay, let's talk about high school because something
wait,
kind
real
of threw
quick.
me off this
No,
shit.
Marcus, real quick. But I know Nas again. We come back from man. We 25 years in the game together, man. 25 years ago, playing each other. But now I will say this, man. I realize this too. I've been to coaching clinics all across the United States and night camps. The exposure. I will say this: the off-season exposure. College coaches aren't coming to high school games no more. They're not. Because
Yeah,
why? They're playing the
different.
same time we're playing.
Yeah, different.
And I didn't realize that early on too. And I was like, oh, that is right. They're still in season. They're not coming down here
Well,
to see
actually,
nobody.
I would say that's true for the most part. But this year, something changed.
Well,
On the weekends, we did showcases,
during the
and
season.
we did these showcases on Saturdays. It was like random, and we went to different parts in the Bay. It was one was in the Bay, one was in Stockton, and
Okay.
there was college coaches actually there, and AAU coaches recruiting hard. AAU coaches were
Well,
recruiting
hey, you
to be
coaches
perfect.
always
Well,
gonna be there.
they ain't gonna
They
stop.
always
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
that
yeah.
different.
don't count.
But it
That
was
don't count.
it was different for me, maybe because my first year of varsity and seeing like an AAU coach really come up to a kid after, that was a little different.
Yeah.
Because like he's still in season, like, damn, this is what you're doing. But the college coaches were there. It was every weekend, and we lost to, we were in the Bay. I forgot who we played, but they were
But let me
there. It was on the
ask you this,
weekend,
Marcus.
though.
Hey, Marcus, for you though, why'd you stop coaching AAU? Because I know we talked a while ago. It looked like you was all in, man.
I can tell you why.
Why?
Fucking
No, seriously.
parents.
No, because
No, it was,
Marcus challenged every player and told me they couldn't
eh,
guard him, so nobody wanted.
So always gonna play one on
no,
one, man.
honestly, it was, I got big too fast.
You got what?
I got big too fast. I was coaching 4 teams. It was a lot.
So who are you, P Diddy? What you mean you got big too fast? What the fuck?
Hey,
Pause.
that was P. Diddy.
Pause. I
Hey,
wouldn't use
bad
any big
boy.
name
What the
right
fuck
now.
that mean? What you P Diddy?
No, I got too many. No, seriously, I had too many
No,
kids,
I'm
and
playing with you.
also the parents became a lot. And I was no offense, I was affordable, and they were upset about my price point. I was like, man, I'm cheap. $130 is cheap, and they was complaining
Per
about
day?
that, and I felt,
Per day?
huh? No, that was a month. You know what I'm saying? I was actually.
That's very affordable. I'll give you that. That's very affordable.
But I was like, a lot of these parents think their kid going to the NBA, and we wasn't focused on the right things to me. I mean, I had parents more focused on their kids scoring 30 than winning the game. So that for me
Okay.
had me back up a little
So
bit.
yeah, that's all. I would ask that the other day, but I wanted to figure out because I remember last time you were in it heavy, and I was like, damn, you was, was rocking tough. And I'm like, oh yeah, he totally dropped it. But okay.
Yeah, and then I don't know. I want to do different things with basketball. I think AAU's cool. I'll leave that to Chris. Leave it to some guys. I want to do my own. I want to be a person that starts something else. I don't want to be that same person that's in line with everybody else. I want to be different, and the only way you could be different is branching
Coming
out and doing
soon.
different things.
Coming soon.
Yeah, coming soon.
All right, go ahead. Go
Oh,
to your
well,
question. Go to your question.
well, no, I was just gonna say if y'all didn't do it already, but for me, shout out to all the high schools that won and competed today, and
Yeah.
I just want to say it out. I'll put it out there that won sections and all that stuff. Especially my guy Mike at Vanden. I like Vanden, man. I like Mike Holloway a lot.
Mike,
He does good work there.
Shout out to Sac High because they, you know,
Yeah,
so they did their thing. They did their
They
thing
did.
Zach,
over
I
there.
got the
They beat Christian Brothers.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
That
heard
big
they did
court,
good.
man. That big court. But
St.
Mike on
Mary's
point. I mean, I had to guard.
girls got us. St. Mary's girls got
Oh,
us.
Yeah.
the
Hey,
Eagles.
hey, right now, shout out to my young niece, man, Coco Rogers, man. She's a
Nice.
freshman at St. Mary's, man. Coco, man.
Oh,
That's
So
my
she
congrats.
young
got a
niece, man.
ringer freshman
She's a
year.
dog. She's a dog, man. She different, man. She been that
Hey,
way for years. Dedicated her
did
to the craft,
Modesto
man.
Christian win?
Who?
Modesto
Yeah,
Christian.
they pulled it out by man. They tried to give it away. They won by like 3 or 4. They pulled
Damn.
it out.
Damn.
Well, shout
Shout
out
out
to
to
Coach,
them
they had
as
like
Lincoln.
well.
21 though.
Shout out to Lincoln, because I didn't think they would be
Oh,
that far. I thought it was going to be
Oh,
between.
Clutch Lifestyle in here. Shout out to Clutch Lifestyle, man. I love what he does with the women's side,
shout out to my
man.
boy
He does great
Brian,
work.
man. That's my dog, man. My assistant coach for years now, man. Brian, a good dude, man. On both sides of the basketball, women and men's, man. He's doing a lot of stuff, man. So yeah,
Yeah.
Hey, how'd
shout
y'all
out
do this year coaching at high?
Man, got the 15 wins. We left 2 on the board, man. We got, I guess, we were on the bubble, but they ended up putting was it Mountain House in and somebody else, which bumped us out of the little thing, which is crazy to me now because I didn't know you go from D1 during the season and play D2 for playoffs and then go from D2. So it bumped us out, man. I left a couple games on the board because Jesuit went down and played D2 when I thought it was D1 school, but it can all shift. I was like, shit, I would have took a D2 opportunity to get a chance to get in the playoffs, man.
For real.
We did better, man. 15 wins, man. Building that program up is going, you know what I'm saying? It's been a grind, but it's been good, man. Just all work, you know what I'm saying?
And you've been
D1 is tough.
consistent, bro. You've
D1 is
been
tough.
doing a great job.
Man,
I see you on social media,
trying,
man.
bro.
You being consistent.
And I'll say this though. This is what we talk about the highlight reel. I know it's it got to look appealing for people, man. And I was talking to my boys earlier on the chat, man. You know, Aaron, a couple of people like that. They was like, Jay, you got to make it appealing. I said, but also public school money ain't the same everywhere, bro.
It's not.
I can't, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all can't, they're not paying $100, you know what I'm saying, $2,000 to play high school basketball. So just trying to get funds. Got a dope principal over there, man. But also just getting kids in the neighborhood though. Really, you know what I mean? Had a kid transfer from Laguna though, helped out a lot. And my other kids that already there. We built that thing from the ground up, man. So, you know, it's going.
Hey, real quick, let's talk about that.
What up?
So, how do y'all feel about when a kid transfers? Should he be able to play immediately?
From
I'll say this, though. As long as you do that with CIS,
Yeah.
whatever they ask for, all that paperwork, that's between you and them. That ain't on me.
Oh, you know what I'm saying, though? But do you guys think that they should be able to play immediately?
I think if it's one transfer,
The first one?
the first one, yes,
Yeah.
100%. Because realistically, it's not always on the kids,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
If parents have to move, whatever the case is, you know, like they should have one opportunity to transfer and play.
Without
Now, if it's
extra.
happening multiple times, right, within that 4-year period, then put that restriction where they can't play till, you know, end of December or January, whatever that is, right? But
Yeah.
one time, it's not always the kid's fault.
Right.
You know what I mean? You know,
So-
like for my
Yeah.
example, I used to live in Carmichael. Now I live in Folsom. But if I
Yeah.
would have made, you know, Nathan switch schools because of where I live,
Mhm.
how is that my son's fault? Like,
No,
It's
yeah,
not.
for sure. I agree totally too, but it's the fact that also I think we're trying to take advantage of the rule. I'll say like SoCal though I heard don't have the same rule.
They don't.
But
No, they don't.
But Brycey James he was in 2 schools within 2 months. So he got dinged. He got that call like, hey, you can't do it. So that was like 3 schools in 3 years. So you can't. That was abuse. He was abusing the privilege. But one transfer, I think one transfer.
oh,
Let it go,
100%.
man.
I think one transfer should be allowed. I
And
just
the
think
player
when
right
kid-
away though, Marcus.
Yes.
And the play right away.
Because the thing about it is, some of these kids, like, you gonna let them sit the whole year? Like, that's crazy.
I
Or
know,
sit
but
whatever
like
30 games or
what
to the second half.
That's tough.
why is the kid punished? He's still going to school. He's still academically in class. Like what's he like playing sports shouldn't be a punishment that we're taking away from kids.
I agree.
Like
No,
what's
I
the
agree.
reason
Well,
to take that away from them? Like that's what they're here for. To be in school, they're going to school, they're going to class. Why take what they love away from them? It's dumb.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you're not abusing, I'm with that. But also, I realize too, but which I'm trying to figure out, the CIF northern and southern sections, is it all CIF? Obviously, it's not. They're on the same page, which I'm trying to figure out what's going on because the rules should be transparent through the state, right? Through the
Yeah.
state,
Yes.
through the league, but it's not. It's clearly not that. And so I'm like, well, you know, they got to figure something out, or let everybody get where they want to go, or do something. It should be universal.
I'm just reading the comments. It says Smith's son supply company said team hopping should be punished.
I don't think.
Yes, team hopping, I would
But that's
say,
multiple schools,
but like one transfer, no, that should be fine.
for sure. I'm with that too, man. Because I mean, ultimately, it may not be right, like I said, or two things will happen. They're gonna be successful, or they're gonna realize, damn, I made the wrong decision.
Yeah.
I
So-
guess that circles back to like AAU culture. I hate to say some of this stuff that happens now.
Yes.
I do say some of the origins of it are based in AAU culture because from 3rd grade forward until they get to high school, you can do that shit as much as you want. You can go to.
Same-
I mean,
same
you
weekend.
could switch your jersey at halftime. You know what I
That's
mean?
right.
You could be like, hey, we're down 40. I'm gonna go play over there now so I can get the medal. You know what I mean?
So
Like,
yeah, I agree. So I'll give you an example. So at Rio, there's a kid named AD, right?
Mhm.
He switched over from
For MT?
Yeah, MT, right? So I mean, it pretty much came down to him playing AAU with our assistant coach,
Yep.
him recruiting, basically not recruiting in a sense, but playing with the players at Rio, and he liked that. He liked the way they played, right?
Yeah,
So that
and
was
that's okay.
AAU is a big impact on why these kids leave because the coaches, the kids they play with. So all of this, it all ties together,
But that's what they're
Yeah,
trying
right?
to
So
get away from, though, Bado. They're trying to get away from that influence to come over. Because MT and Rio ain't nowhere close
nowhere
to like
near,
Vegas. It happens,
yeah,
right?
of
But it still
course.
happens, though. But at least one time, even if it's not for the right reasons, okay, you get this one pass. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
Because he
I'm with
wasn't
that.
getting run over there. He wasn't getting the run that he deserved. You know what I
exactly.
mean? So he comes
That
to
motherfucker
a
beat the shit out of the
situation that could
basketball.
give him opportunity to get to the next level. Do it,
Right. Right.
right? There shouldn't be a punishment for giving a student the opportunity
Yeah.
to be able to shine and play in a game that he loves. Like that's dumb.
I got you. Yep.
Oh, what's up, Jep? I was just reading the comments. Said Jep in here. What's up,
Yeah.
Jep? Sorry, Capital Christian lost, my brother. That's the
Hey,
real athletic kid. That's the real athletic kid.
hey, so and then let's look at the NBA for a second. We're gonna jump
The what?
NBA.
Boom.
So we got a lot of people overseas coming and taking over. We got Luka, Jokic, Joel Embiid. I mean, it's getting more and more
Honest
crazy. Do you think overseas is doing a better job developing players
Yes,
than America?
yes.
Why
Mm.
is that? Talk to me.
They
skills.
practice more. They practice more and play less games. Pretty simple.
I think Gino or
So you would agree with me that we shouldn't be focusing on AAU then?
No, I think like anything, I please let me finish. I
I'm
think
gonna
like
let you.
anything, you need balance. You need balance. We have tipped too far on the other scale where I can tell you from my teams, even my team, I have kids that will miss practice all week and then show up on fucking hardwood on Saturday, ready to
Do
play and
you
start.
play them?
No, of course not. But
Chris, do
I don't
you play
start them.
them?
Yes,
wait.
but I don't
Chris,
start them.
do you play them?
He said
I
yeah.
just
I
said
know, I know.
yes, but I don't
All right,
start them.
it's okay.
So, so with that being said, because I'm not going to penalize the fucking 12-year-old. He can't drive himself to fucking practice. What do you
Okay,
mean?
wait.
Like, I'm not.
Hold on, Chris. Hold on. What are we teaching a 12-year-old? Even as a parent, if I don't get to go to practice, it's something you dedicate your time and your money to, and you can just show up and get paid. That's the part that I don't kind of.
Yeah,
I'm
but
not.
that's where I put the onus on the parents.
Okay.
Because after the kid's done, right? Because again, when I mean I play him, there's a 40-minute game. He gets 6 minutes out the game.
Mm.
Okay, cool. You got 6 minutes. You got a little burn. Sit your ass down. I take the parents to the side and say, this is unacceptable. You either fix this problem or
Accountability.
find another team.
Accountability.
But I put the onus on the
Okay.
parents. I don't make the 10-year-old take responsibility for his dad
I
or
got you.
mom
Well,
not getting him to practice.
All
you
right,
actually
so
do by not. You actually do put responsibility of the kid if you're not going to play him.
No, I just said I do
No,
play
I
him. I didn't say I didn't
mean,
play him.
but
I
if
said
you're
I do play
saying,
him.
You play 6
but if you're
minutes.
saying, if you're playing 6 minutes, like
Mhm.
why are you punishing me for my kid? I mean,
That's
my
not
parents.
that's I don't look at any time on the court as a punishment. I think the punishment is when you don't get on the court. That's just my philosophy, personally. Any time on the court is a privilege. There's things that are privileges and there's things that are rights. It is a privilege to be on a basketball court at any more. And I don't give a fuck if it's a minute, 30 seconds. It is a privilege. I realize that now. When you get older, you really start to reflect and realize these things now. You know what I mean? Especially guys like us, our bodies getting older, bodies breaking down. I tore an Achilles years ago. I couldn't walk for 2 years. I value any fucking time I can get out there and run and play in any old man league, any CalFit 24-hour
I'm
fitness lifetime. It's a
doing.
privilege,
but
bro.
Yeah.
It's a privilege.
okay, so
So
I
I'd say the
think
same.
too.
I say the same to my fucking kids.
But
I
So
don't
what
give a
he
fuck if
tell?
it's 5 minutes.
you said a balance, but okay, let's just talk about what's about to happen
Yeah.
right now.
So
Right, these next 2 months, they gonna be AAU. Then, when June happens, guess what? The high schools come in, and what are they gonna be doing? AAU, but it's the high school sense. Then, right after June, July, and guess what happens in July? More
basketball,
AAU.
basketball's a year-round sport.
But brother,
It's
we
like that
just
But
overseas too.
said the
I've been
where's
problem.
the
overseas.
practice come in at? Where's the
Yeah, when we gonna
development and
So
offseason
practice?
come in?
so this to answer that question, right? To answer that point, okay. So two things here for me, what I encourage. For one, I tell my high school athletes, don't just do only basketball because you're only working the same. This is the kinesiology of me talking. You're just working the same muscle groups over and over and over again. You need to do another sport. So, like, for instance, a lot of my basketball players, they're either doing track or volleyball or baseball, all right now while they're playing for me, which is good. So there's the other balancing of working different muscle groups, getting away from basketball a little bit before you come to practice with me. Second thing, we practice 2 days a week, right? I'm not going to have them practice 5, 6 days a week because they just came from a high school schedule doing that. So I lighten the load for them. So now that they only practice with me 2 days a week, roughly for 4 hours in the week, okay, there's 167 hours in a week. There are 4 hours of them with me, 6 if you want to count the games. So 2 games, 6 hours with me. Now they have at least 161 hours to figure out other shit to do, okay? And obviously they need to sleep, they need to go to school, they need to figure that out. But let's just say they roughly got at least 35 to 40 extra hours to find a balance in doing other things, whether that be working on their body, whether that be lifting weights, whether that be going to a trainer. That's the balancing part. But yes, if we're talking specifically high school athletes, yes, they have to own up to some balance in their life. Right. And so then they practice with me 2 days a week and then they play 2 games, 2 games or 4 games. If it's a live period weekend, they play 4 games. Right. That is the whole balancing act. It's not one blanket way. It's a series of moving parts and variables all working together. I think the best balance, in my opinion, you play another sport, you come to my 2-day-a-week practices, you take care of your body on your off time, and you work your ass off in those 2 games. And then you take at least 1 day or at least half a day off, whether it's half of your Sunday, whether it's the evening of Sunday, you let your body get time to recover. That's, to me, the best balance
I
in
would
between it.
say I
Going,
think you need to add the speed and agility and the weights somewhere in that.
yeah, going
Yeah.
back to
You
your
kids got to
question.
get stronger faster, especially if you're a freshman, sophomore, even junior. So I see what you're saying, but I feel like I don't know. There's so much time. I think okay,
Marcus,
July.
your question.
It's a lot
Your
of basketball.
question. What was your question going back to why are players better now or the
Oh,
overseas versus
overseas. Yeah.
yeah. That true question is the IQ of the game, the skills and the shooting, like what they work on versus like being like a pure athlete and working. So like I feel like in America they take an athlete and develop an athlete, right? In
Skill set.
Euroball, what they do is they take the skilled player, they develop a skilled player and let him become an IQ athlete, right? So I just think that's the way it is that we have athletes and we try to turn these athletes into skilled players, and sometimes that don't happen because they rely so much on their athletic ability, right? That's the difference between our ball here in the United States versus the Euro ball. That's
Have
where it
you
breaks
guys?
down.
But I agree with that. Have you guys watched Euro games?
Yeah.
Have you guys?
Yeah.
Oh,
Of course, it's
I
way
watched
different.
Bro,
I
do you
watched
see the
them
ball
go.
movement?
Yeah,
The movement is
Well,
IQ
crazy.
is way
it's based
different.
upon team though too. They have individual stars, right? But this team know their role. But those teams accept that I'm not a great athlete, so I can't rely on athletic ability to get me buckets. But I need those sets, those quick hitters, or
Hmm.
my skill set. Or if I'm a shooter, I better be a knockdown 3-point shooter to help my team win. And they practice that though consistently, and they accept their roles. Everybody got to be able to tween cross, heavy dribble. I don't need a tween.
Yeah.
No, they don't need that.
That's
They don't
And
need
I
that.
that.
also would say their
Oh,
physicality
it's
gets us
grimy.
because you
Yeah.
see how we were losing at first,
It's grimy.
and then as USA we was losing because he was getting hit and they was looking for the foul call. Ain't no
No,
foul.
Yeah,
No.
think about this. Think about this. Just think about the dream team. I mean, this USA teams that go. We take a pool of the
athlete.
best athletes in the world, and we're playing against countries, and
Yeah.
they're competing with us,
Yep.
right? We're not taking all of Europe overseas players and combining one team and playing against USA. All right, we're taking USA and playing against different countries, and they're competing with us, right? So the skill levels they've caught up.
Yeah. Although 100% they've caught up. And again, the biggest difference factor that it just won't change in America because it's just because of our capitalist structured society. But the difference with what we do is, and this is the biggest flip, when they see a kid who's a stud, oh, you're 14 years old, you're 13 years old, your name's Luka Doncic, okay, you're amazing. We're now going to put you in a club that will finance you. Because that's the thing. You can be an amateur athlete and pay there. We don't do that here. You can't even be given $5. That breaches an NCAA random fucking rule. You know what I mean? You can be a 13-year-old indoctrinated into a club that's going to make you practice 5 to 6 days a week, make money, take care of you and your family and your education. And this is the last component that, God forbid, if these kids actually did that shit, they make you play grown men from now on.
Okay,
You are now
so why
you are
did
now
you get
14 years old
mad?
playing against
Wait,
18 to 20-year-olds
why
from
did
now
you
on.
get mad when I said no AAU? We'd have y'all go to the gym at 24 Cal Fit and play against the grown-ups.
I didn't get mad. I said, you said that's it, though. You
But
said that's all you do. I said, no, that's fucking great.
I think, so hear me out.
You can't make the pendulum go one way or the other. You have to
Yes, but
balance
okay,
it.
you're right, balance. But I'm saying, okay, just hear me out. You got a game at Hardwood. So Keegan got the game at Hardwood.
Yeah.
Nah, let's take this week off. Let's go Saturday morning at 24. I know they're gonna play. We're gonna wake up early. You're gonna play over there instead of going to Hardwood.
Nope.
Marcus, let me ask
Because
you
I would
something.
say
hold on. Because the next
you
week,
switch your games. You switch your 2 hardwood games to Sunday, and then you play on Saturday with the grown men and two hardwood games on Sunday. That's what
I
I
mean,
would say.
grew
Not
up.
one or the other.
I grew up with 4 older brothers, right? And I'm the youngest of 5.
Mhm.
And there was never. I wouldn't trade that for the world,
Yeah.
right?
But I would
That's
say
what
this though.
made me to who I am as a basketball player is playing because my brothers always used to bring me everywhere with them,
Mhm.
right? So I remember my brother Nash. I was 6, 7 years old. Meeting Rami was 15 years old. They used to take us to the park, and that's how we learned,
Mhm.
right? And when we got the opportunity to be on that court, that we never took it for granted. So that it was a privilege to be able to play with older people, that hooped. And when we had the opportunity to do it, it took us to the next level.
and
So
I
there's
I
a
think,
think
and
that's
huge
real
changed
quick,
though,
impact.
real
real
quick.
quick,
Marcus, real quick though. Go ahead.
go ahead.
I believe that. I think though something happened. I guess more gyms got built, but even in the gyms, the runs wasn't the same as outside. They moved inside, but it started to get for a while early on. Like they first opened up 24-hour in Laguna, that opened up. That used to crack when I got out of college, came home
Yeah.
stuff like that. We little, but that shit went downhill so bad to where you can't go to the gym because you don't know if you had to wait 4 or 5 hours to get on the court. And you got to wait for that, and then also you're gonna be some guys who shouldn't be on there. You got some football players, you got some X whatever playing. You got the dude from. It's like I'm not going
The
to that
buff
gym
guy
playing over
lifted
there.
weights.
Man, it's like what they doing out here. Like I mean, for a while it was high quality, and even our leagues and like body, we got out of college, come back, we still playing adult leagues. The run was
Oh
crazy, but it was because
yeah.
our same competition was at that level. I'm like, these kids can't get runs. Marcus, I don't know, at 24 Fitness, what type of run is it? Nobody play defense no more. Oh, you score,
Nah,
I score.
the
It's just,
one
I'm
the
gonna
one
go,
in
you know what I mean?
Roseville got good run. That's cool. It's not nothing crazy. Cal Fit got a few out. They're older guys. They're not going to be the best, but I feel like when you play against some older bodies, you have to adjust your game.
But it
But
used to
real
be
quick,
older guys though was on it. For it to be a young buck, you had to
yeah,
come earn that shit,
yeah,
man.
you
You get on the
couldn't.
court, you getting banged up, you gotta wait a game or you gotta guard the other
100%.
player. You know what I mean? Like
So,
that's what built character too.
so Chris, real quick, the reason why I keep saying like play older, and I think someone comment, just have your kid play up. Once I graduated, I went to Dave Ankram's gym
Mhm.
at Country Day,
Yeah.
The
and I
goat,
remember
the
walking
goat,
in.
the
I
goat.
walked in, and I was like,
It was loaded though.
Yeah.
oh shit! Aaron Haynes was there. They had JT, Jason Thompson was there.
Everybody in there.
Everybody was in there, and that helped me elevate my game because one, if you was on that court, you better do something because if you didn't, it was on your
Yo,
line.
Marcus, when were
you
Everybody,
out of here,
you
son.
there? When were you
everybody.
there?
Exact. Good question, man. That's all I'm saying.
Man, that
DT,
was
it was
I
He
grew
was
up
there.
with
He was
Dave,
there
man.
originally to sweep the gym floor,
Yeah,
and they was like, "Hey, man, we need one." And
man.
Marcus, they let
I
him
don't know
come
what
in and run. That's what
that's
happened.
crazy. So
Listen,
DT brought me. No, real
I'll
talk.
text him
Listen,
right
listen.
now.
Hold
I
on.
don't
Wait,
remember
wait.
you being
Nah,
there.
nah, so I probably crossed you so much you was probably sitting down. Anyway, so
Man,
no, I'm being honest. So DT would bring me all the time. So now, at first, I ain't gonna lie. When I first went there, I was like, "Oh, this is different."
Well,
Because she was there, Jarek. It was some guys you had to. First of all, whoever you guarding could play.
oh
Robbie
yeah.
So you
Leonard
had
was
to
probably
bring.
there. Robbie was in high school playing with the older heads back
Oh
then.
yeah.
Robbie Leonard was out there giving buckets.
So then they brought me. Then we go, okay. So they said JT be like, okay, I'm gonna come pick you up. We about to go play against JT. JT had his squad. Travis Outlaw had his squad. Marcus Thornton had his squad. So now we on the court. And I'm like, oh, this is different. And I think that's what I mean, it's gonna be hard to get all these
But
kids there. You gotta
create that
be,
atmosphere. That's what
yeah.
should be happening. Yes, but
That
it's
needs to
hard
Marcus,
happen.
because they don't
you
want
do
to
a
go
good
put that
job at
work.
that, Marcus. Shout out to you on this. Marcus puts the best open runs in SAC.
It's all right.
So
It's all right. I still give the best up front to me, still Gus at number one. I'm far behind right there. But Gus, to me, Gus and Dave Ankrum, they have the best runs. I won't take that. I learned so much from both of them watching them.
yeah, Gus and
Those to me, and that's
Dave are
another thing
great
too.
people.
Some of these top tier guys, like high
They
school
go to
guys,
both
I,
of them.
I would say go to those
Yeah,
and
for
see
sure.
if you could dominate.
Yeah,
Because if you could dominate there, then you're
yeah.
ready.
I
You already
remember
know
those
if you
days.
go to Gus thing, they ain't gonna pass you the ball. You better do something.
Yeah,
You better
true.
do something.
True.
And then at Dave's, they gonna give you a nickname quick.
Oh
You
yeah,
better live up to it.
Bring back the blacktop days.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Hell,
that's a wrap.
Yeah, nobody
hell no.
going
Bad
outside.
knees. Bad
Nobody going
knees.
outside.
You ain't going outside. It's over.
No.
It's bad.
That's
It's
dead.
bad.
What's the next question, Marcus?
So, like, I mean, how y'all feel about the Sacramento area and the talent level? Is it because is it we got some players I'd be like, I don't know if they can go D1. Even if
We've
they get
already
that,
had that
Oh no,
conversation last time. I'll let
okay, let
them
me ask you
chime
though.
in.
But why is that a problem if you can't go D1, bro? Like to me, it's amazing. These kids now have more opportunity to play college basketball again. I'm not, yeah, we dating. I said, me, we some of us are over 40 on
Yeah,
this right
yeah,
now. Some of us are over 40. So they have opportunity to go play basketball at any level, man. It is a blessing opportunity because we know it's, and then Chris, you put on the head that the percentage, right, was super low.
yeah.
They don't see that until it's too late. But I'm like, bro, if you go NAIA, D2, D3, be thankful because you're still a one
Exactly.
percenter in the state. And I'm like, okay, one, and Chris, we talked about offline, man. It's so much talent here. But like I said, even the egos, right? Like the game could do so much for you. If they looked at it like opportunity, like I said, I'm never gonna forget the time I had to guard this man on the call right here. Like it was guarding by that it was crazy. But for me, I couldn't wait every time.
You're right.
Loved it to death. But when them lights went on, when that game went on, he knew it was up.
Oh,
Yeah.
The back and forth. But
100%.
I mean, and it's the fact that the game brought us closer as friends though right now.
Right.
We respected the game, but we grinded for that shit, bro. We really put in work. But now I'm like, bro, it's so much talent, but I don't think the kids or some coaching respect what the game could actually do for them as in their life as a person. Not just for the right now, bro. It's a right now. I want to win right now, get my name or get my name and say I did this. But no, bro, for me personally too, what about when that ball stopped dropping, my dude? Or can you help somebody else? Can you help somebody else? Like I said, yeah, my best friend played ball overseas 15 years. My dog, Aaron, that's my Aaron Haynes. But like Fred, him to score, take the record Sac City of scoring, I had to pass the nigga the ball. I had to give him the ball.
Yeah.
He could have scored any points, but I was giving the ball. But it was like it's the selflessness of it, man. It's become a selfish opportunity, I feel, and it just hurts the youth because it's not an individual sport. I say if you want to play a sport, go play golf, go play table tennis or tennis.
Yeah.
That you can't play basketball and be individualized and try to win. It don't work that way, bro. It just don't work.
But another thing too, I wish we would do more. We have so much talent here, and I think Robinson, Brandon Roy, Jamal Crawford, there's other guys from Seattle. But they always rock with each other, and I feel like out here it's such a divide. You got your people over there, you got your people over there, and then it's like it's cliquey, like you know what I'm saying. And how do we stop the clickiness and be like Seattle? Where okay, Chris got something, we pulling up. Jay got something, we pulling up.
Though, too, I'll say this: people like the clout, right? So you got big names. What big name Sacramento players have we had to stay here and establish something like that for longevity? Them dudes are from Seattle. What is Sacramento in his, or even because I can't even go, but Oakland Bay Area because they got their own people. What kind of star has Sacramento had to kind of be a mainstay? I don't know if we've had that to say, okay, I'm starting a program here to put at least the Sacramento elite kids on the map. I don't think we've had that, or we have that person to kind of take that risk.
That's real, but there's a reason why, right? They probably not messing with the city.
Kings. We've been struggling as the Kings organization too, though. Shit, like, shit, we out of here. They don't give a fuck about Sacramento. They like, get my money, I'm out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Ain't been nobody really put their feet in the city as far as that part go, because that would help. A couple guys, like, even like, say, De'Aaron Fox right now. Fox, you got with somebody, pick a coach, I don't know who it was, somebody or a team, a good couple of a structure, and say, okay, let's invest in this. Kids will follow because you put his name on it, put his stamp on it. He's an all-star, bro. They'll try out. It'll be 3,000 kids trying out. Then you get the pick. But if nobody, like, at that stature, everybody gonna kind of still say, you know what I'm saying? And me and Chris talked about doing some stuff. I'm like, man, I want to see it because I know we got kids that can compete.
Yeah.
But you got to put the full structure team together and be selfless to make it work. And that's probably the hardest part.
Yeah. He said it all. That's the truth.
Next topic.
Oh, he said that one up good. Damn. That was good. Oh, Jesus. Oh, my goodness. Y'all got any questions y'all got? Nobody got nothing?
What, Chris?
Let me ask you this, though.
Go ahead.
Okay. Just personal experience-wise, I know I talked to you before a while ago. I know we're doing some stuff in the South Sac and the church stuff down here. what's been the biggest change for you? I cannot put your car, but I asked you went out to the Folsom area. I'm not sure what part of Sacramento, first like part of town did you grow up in? Where are you from originally? Sacramento.
Natomas.
Okay, so is it meaningful for you to do you want to go back to Natomas and do stuff for your community you grew up in, or I know you're comfortable in Folsom right now. What about that? Because to me, I'm a South Sac kid, South area, whatever. I know we have a lot of resources, but also if somebody don't put their foot in the area where I grew up in, if it ain't me, who can I rely to do that for? Bro, you reach a lot of people, you touch a lot of kids, but to me, I can be like, man, you from Natomas, but are you connected with Natomas in any kind of way? Do you kind of,
I kind of just go where God takes me, honestly, and God took me to Lifetime. That's where I met Nas. That's where I met. Well, I hadn't been New Keenan, but I mean, I just go where God takes me. And Folsom, for some reason, kept calling me. I don't know, and I just keep following wherever destination he goes. There might be a time I go back, but I feel like I want to build myself up, and then when I come back, they see the vision. And sometimes you got to leave your element because they didn't see it when you was there. Because, I used to have my open runs there, and I felt like it never got as big. And then once I kind of got to Folsom and I ran into certain people, it started to blow up bigger, right? So my thing is I'm going to go back eventually, but I need to build my brand up a little more before. And it's unfortunate, but I don't get the love that I feel
okay, good. I want you to hear
there.
that part because you said that.
You
That's
know
why
what I'm
you're
saying?
saying that. I got you.
And then once I leave, now they start to, okay, now he's doing his thing. So now when I come back, they will appreciate it more.
Okay.
So I kind of just, so I want to be appreciated. And then I want you to see the vision. You got to be able to see it. And for some reason, where I'm from, they just didn't see it. You know what I'm saying? And people, like I said, it gets clicky. So then once you leave, though, and it's weird. Once you leave, people love you. When you're there, it's
Or
not.
once you elevate too, though. Once you elevate and begin to grow, that does happen for sure. Okay.
Yeah. I got a question.
Go ahead.
So, I won't spoil anything. So me and Marcus got something in the works, right? There'll be an announcement hopefully coming out soon. As an AAU coach, high school coach, you guys are obviously both doing it. What do you think the basketball world, like high school kids, need now? What do you think? What would be something that you would want to see for these kids in the future?
So I'm gonna go just real and it's not even basketball. This is the education piece, bro. They need high school counselors right now are overworked because there's only 2 or 3 on campus. Some of these kids aren't getting their A through G requirements or their basic stuff because again, they're gonna have to go to junior college or lower level schools, but they have no idea. I've been taking class in high school. Like nobody's checking their academic progress, bro. Like even like me, for instance, I knew I'm JUCO top because I just knew skill set wise size. Okay, I'm gonna go try to play JUCO after high school, but I was like, but now some of these kids are talented. But the education piece, again, for me, I'm just gonna harp on that because all my coaches harped on that. It's not, to me, a lot of coaches don't harp on education. And I'm like, we're doing, especially for our minority kids, man, I'm keeping 100. We're leaving our black and brown kids up short, man, by not pushing, just trying to be structured, going to study hall, doing academic stuff, getting resources. Because again, once you start bouncing that ball for your certain coaches, they may not mess with you no more. If you ain't scoring 17 points or put me on top of the beat, they not messing with you, bro. So I mean, I just think outside of basketball, man, you got to help these kids be young men, young women in society, be able to succeed and kind of be able to build a career, be a person that can still have relationships outside of the game, man. I think that's not hard to point enough.
I think we need to piggyback on that too. I wanted to piggyback on that. I think we definitely need to have these kids focus on not just getting their degree, but getting their masters, going further and just educating themselves, right? We so much on sports, but we just forgetting everything else around it. Not just education, career, managing your money. I mean, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's other stuff that we need to somehow tie into what we're doing with basketball. Because I mean, like y'all know how it is. D1's hard, D2's hard, D3, NAIA, JC, playing at a varsity level, being good. That's all hard, right? But also hard is life. Buying a house, buying a car, stuff like that, and that's stuff we don't talk about. And I feel like I'm seeing too a lot of guys once they get 25 and they realize hoop ain't what it is. They be asking me questions. I'm like, okay, now look at Sac County. Look at some jobs that you want to, you know what I'm saying? Some career jobs. Look at some state jobs. State, you get lifetime medical, I believe. So that's the stuff I would say we need to somehow, together figure that part out. A lot of kids need IEPs too. People don't know what IEP is, but a lot of kids need them. And we all have problems when it comes to learning and education. So I mean, don't get me started. I can
Yeah,
go off on
before Chris answers my question,
Mm.
as you know, we have you guys are trainers, AU coaches, high school coaches. We do have to realize is some of these kids, you are like their dad figures. You are their role models. You know what I
Mm.
mean? So when they don't, some of them don't have dads. Some of them, as women coaches, women trainers, you know, you guys have a huge impact on these kids, right? Lucky for me, growing up, like my older brother Rami was like my role model. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like I looked up to him. Like I mean, I didn't do drugs, I didn't drink, I didn't do any of that stuff because he didn't do it,
Yep.
right? So you guys have a huge impact on these kids, right? And it's so important for you guys because you're around them more than some of their dads are because they're working, you know, they're whatever dealing with shit, whatever. So you guys praise to what you guys do. I mean, the 2,500 means nothing long term, right? All the
Appreciate
money
it.
that they're spending, you guys are around these kids. You guys have a huge impact. I love what you guys are doing. It means a lot. Obviously, for my kids, you know, their coaches, I love them. I invest time with them. What you guys are doing is just wonderful. So I appreciate everything you guys are doing.
But I would say this too for sure. Also, though, man, on the other side of that, man, also think about it's tough being a coach, AAU, whatever it is, high school coach or whatever, because it's so many kids you have to try to maneuver. And we're not perfect. I'll say it on here too, man, because I know I've had my ups and downs, my share of people not liking how my style is or not my approach. But also, man, it's tough to manage what is going on or what your child is going through. But again, you got three other teams. Chris, you said Mark, y'all both had crazy amount of teams. So all the phone calls do what? Come straight to y'all.
Yeah.
Coach, why not that? It's difficult, but also realizing I'm still trying to do your child a service. So please be appreciative of the effort at least. Now, it may not work. It is okay because I'm human too, right? You're human, but we are trying. But also, it's okay to go another way without the belittling of my program or me as a coach.
Right.
And
Yeah, I
again, I mean,
agree.
I'm out here now. I might say in a couple interviews like before, man, people do some hateful stuff, bro. Like, I mean personally, I had some stuff, emails sent about me. Like, it's been crazy trying to
Yeah,
bring my, but
haters.
I know who I am. I know who I am as a person and what the game did for me. That's all I want your son and daughter to get is be better than what I was. Use me as a resource, but also know it may not be for them with me personally, but that's okay. I like you said, I want to see you go somewhere, be successful.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, I said I want to see y'all come back. I want to go to y'all way. I went to one of my old players. He just turned 30. I'm like, damn, that was so many years ago. I want that. You know what I mean? You've been around a long time, but that for me is the bigger picture. And I just want, you know what I'm saying, people, parents know that too as well. Coaches, it ain't just us wake up and get the coach and be, nah, y'all want to win games. Y'all want to see your kid play. You want to see your kid in the best gear. You want to get into a college. Like, wait a minute, I got 55 other kids I got to worry about.
Yeah.
Whatever surgery. I know, Chris, I know it's crazy for y'all too in the AAU thing. I give y'all credit though, you and Marcus. The AAU grind is even more different. I mean, it's a lot, it's stressful too, but I want people to know that too, man. This thing is not easy. We just don't sit here and wake up out of bed and be like, yeah, oh, I'm here. Nah, them nights get long. Them worries get tough, you know what I mean? Away from your
Yeah.
family, your friends, you know what I'm saying? That stuff get rough, man. I want people to know that too, man. It's a grind.
Hey, last thing though, and I'll be joking around with Chris. Does a great job. He knows I'm messing with him, but high school coaches need to get paid more. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
that
I
needs to
agree.
change.
Hey,
Yeah,
That
definitely.
needs to
I would say
change.
this.
Definitely.
My boy coaching Alabama, right? So he called me, Jay, what's up, dude? I'm like, what you doing? He said, yeah, we just finished our season. He said, hey, man, yeah, I just got a new job. I said, how much you getting? He said, I got about 55, 60. I said, 5,500? He said, 5,500? No, 55,000. I said, what? But he's
To
teaching.
coach.
I mean, that's a stipend throughout the year. I'm like, how much your check, Jay? I don't even want to tell you. He said, what? I said, bro, that's for a whole year. I said, bro, that money don't do nothing.
55K for
That
a
money
year.
don't do
Shit.
nothing, bro.
Yeah, they need to
I can tell
change
you, I
that.
drive everybody kids around.
They do.
I pay for food sometimes. I buy stuff out of pocket. I don't ask them to gas. I put in my car driving. I'm like, it ain't
Yeah.
about the
Yeah.
check, bro. It ain't
And then
about the
that's
check.
the part. I mean, I would want to ask the school board, but if you get real, I don't think they would like that question because I'm like, how you guys, y'all get funding, y'all get paid for every kid that comes to school.
For
How
the
could you
school.
not fund the?
For
First of all, I feel like every gym need to be off the chain in California. Every locker room,
oh
everybody needs to have shoes. Jerseys needs to be. Everybody's have retro. You know what I'm saying? We need to
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
everybody. The
Right.
coaches need to have a stipend so they can be looking fresh too. Like
I think
I
they,
don't
I, I
understand.
think they base it. I mean, obviously, I don't know because I'm not a coach, but I think what they do is they look at the hours, right? You know, they assume that you guys are not putting because
Marcus.
I'll speak for Rio coaches,
Yeah.
right? And Jones and Tony, like what the amount of work they do behind the scenes for prepping. Like Jones is like one of the most detailed coach when it comes to like strategizing. He watches hours of film, right? And they don't get paid for that, right? They just think, oh, you have you practice 2 hours a week. That's 10 hours. You have a game. Okay, you're getting paid for 12 hours,
Hey,
right? That's how they look at that, right? They don't look about you driving, taking care of these kids, strategizing. There's a lot of work that these coaches put in because they love the game and they want to win, and they don't get rewarded
hey,
for it. That's what you're missing.
break it down for you. Practice 2 hours a day. For me, just be personally, where I'm going with my experience. We practice for 2 hours, whatever. But also, an hour and a half before, all my boys go to study hall. So that's already what, 3.5 right there, study hall. Then after study hall, okay, after practice, I may have to take 2 kids home.
Yeah.
Either South, Sac, wherever it is, right? Outside of that. I don't get home till 9 o'clock. Certain late days I have to go late because my job this year, 9 o'clock. What am I doing? I'm watching film for an hour, hour and a half. Then I'm actually trying to get their practice plan together for the next day or 2 ahead of time. But then also I gotta sleep, but then be back up in the morning, go to work. It's crazy, man. Especially if you want to be good. You can't practice on Sundays. The high school rule. You can't practice on Sundays. So Saturdays, that's it. If you got tournaments on Saturdays and then come back and play Monday, it's like, wait, we don't get a day in between. Like it's definitely a time sacrifice.
Yeah.
Like I said, man.
Man,
I just finished up year
coaching that
17.
Folsom, bruh, 2-3 hours practice. We gotta watch film for sure. We gotta know it. Don't let it be a rival. We playing Oak Ridge. We watching film
Watching the
before
movie.
practice for sure. We watching it. It gotta happen. I'm like, God dang, it's nonstop. I'm like, we gotta get paid more than this. This ain't it. That don't even add up. So,
This fool said these players are staying at my house.
bro, it's
Hey,
crazy.
hey, it's definitely, but that's the sacrifice. You know, that's a part of the job. I get it, but yes, to be confiscated more would make it a little more comfortable because again, you don't really. I mean, because I know some of my kids like they don't have it though. Their parents don't have it. If their parents do have it, they just holding it back. But some parents don't have it, man. And I could have been that kid. I know I could have been that kid when my coach looked out for me. So I'm like, you know what? But nowadays, everything cost is going up. Everything is going up. Inflation is crazy.
Mhm.
Everything costs more. That gas, you know what I'm saying? I got a little, not a putt, but an ADB car. I can drive a little more eco-friendly.
Yeah.
But before I had a Charger, that gas was kicking my butt. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro.
Marcus drives a Mercedes, so
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
Bro, first of
okay.
all, listen,
Oh,
we ain't
That's
gonna
that
put people
Folsom
cars on blast.
living. That's that Folsom living.
Hey, we ain't putting people cars on blast. God damn. But just know the high school stuff they ain't gonna do nothing to it. I said, wait, how much we get paid? Oh
yeah.
damn, I need to be with Chris Collins,
hey,
2,500.
Chris, let me ask you this though, Chris, let me ask you this. See, again, knowing you for so long
Yeah.
and back what you've been doing, what is I would say, give me two things. Give me your best, I guess, thing that you love the most about what you're doing. But give me your 2 second about the pet peeve, something that irritates you the most about AAU or what you're doing.
Parents.
Yeah, it's pretty close. No, the thing, really reflecting. So the thing I love the most about what I'm able to do, and again, this is just anecdotal to me, is I can see a kid, a fourth grade, fifth grade, because so for me, YBA Elite starts at fourth, fifth grade. And I can take this fifth grader who can barely walk and chew bubble gum, with the fucking balls hitting them in the head every time they try to catch it, can barely shoot a layup, and I get to be a part of the cornerstone that helps him or her evolve to achieve a dream. That is like the funnest part to me. That's the part I enjoy the most. The hours in the gym, the training, the coaching, the yelling, the motherfucking them and the hugging them afterwards and all of it. I get to I give you an example. Harper Peterson plays at Whitney, top 100 ESPN girl in the country, just signed with Stanford. When I first got to her, because I'm one of her trainers, and I'm not the only one. Dante, he has a huge hand in that as well. And Ted, I would say us three have the biggest hands in helping this girl get to her goal. When I first met Harper, she would not lift weights. She was skinnier than what she is now. She was scared to catch the ball. I just got to watch her go from that to win back-to-back section championships and sign with Stanford. Like, there's no better feeling for me than something like that. And trust me, that road was not easy for her, and it damn sure wasn't easy. It wasn't me being easy on her either. You know what I mean? But when you get through the other side and you get to see that, that's one of the hugest things for me that I enjoy to see. Now, this is what I'll say on the flip side. The biggest pet peeve is kind of the opposite of that effect, where I invest this time, this energy, my role in this kid's life, and as soon as they catch, right, they catch a little bit of fire, right, they start flying by the sun, and then they fucking leave. Like that's the slap in the face. And there's ways in which you can leave the right way, but I will say there's a lot of kids that do it the wrong way, and parents too. And and then the flip side of it, because it's a two-parter with the pet peeve, parents that fucking lie to your face. That's one of the biggest things I fucking hate. I can't tell you how many times I've had parents say to me, you know, we're loyal. We don't do what those other people do. We're loyal. You know, we're gonna rock with you. You know, we're with you no matter what. Like you've been with him since he was in 5th grade. And then age 16, hey coach, let me tell you let me give y'all some insight for coaches. There's a fucking text message we all hate every time we see it. So parents, just so you know, I'll be the fucking bad guy. I'll say it. When we get that text, hey, can I talk to you, coach? We go, fuck, every single
You already
time.
know, because you already know they leaving. You already know. And then they go hit you with that. We like to thank you for everything you
Yeah,
have done.
exactly.
You've been there from the start
That's
to
the
finish.
worst
But that's
text
another thing
we
why I
get from
stopped
y'all.
AAU. Because I was getting good kids good. And then all of a sudden they start going to different teams, you start looking around like, damn. Then you know it. Then, don't give you then the kid play against you and they
Yeah.
feel like they won the Super Bowl and they beat you. And now you got to check your emotions because you're like, I'm ready to fight the dad.
Hey,
But he's too happy to beat me.
hey,
Uh-huh.
Marcus, body. And you guys get this one though. I know it's my last one. But at what point do you see it tell a kid they just ain't got it? Because we know people invest in their kids and they ain't got it.
Yeah.
Do y'all having conversations with y'all?
Yeah, I remember cutting a kid in he was in 3rd grade. His dad still hate me to this day. He still don't got it. He ain't got it. He ain't never gonna have it.
I think I think there's a way to do it, right? I mean,
You
so
tell them they're not good. It's simple.
no, I mean no. So for me, like
That's gonna be a fight. You fight somebody
basketball is
parent.
not only
I mean, I'm
about.
keeping it real. We got to keep it real. I'm not gonna
No,
sugarcoat it. Hey,
I
look,
know,
I
but
got
this ain't it.
I get it. But what I'm trying to say, basketball is not just about like playing college basketball or playing in the league or playing
Yeah.
overseas. Like basketball is an opportunity where you can learn to work as a team. You take it from, how you work with your friends when you go get a job. Like there's bigger things than just
It's
like
life lessons.
making it,
But
right? So it's like a player knows at when a player knows is when they play against somebody when they have no chance of guarding them, right? They'll figure that shit on their own, right? You don't always have to tell somebody. You just basically put them in a situation where they just don't succeed, right? When they're playing against players that are just so talented, they're like, fuck, I have no chance. I'm just doing this shit for fun now, right? There's a
And
lot of kids that will play high school ball, right? Realize that they didn't get the run that they wanted or play against players they can never stop, and they're like, I'll just do this for fun,
one
right? So
thing
you don't need
I
to do
I
that.
hate, my
Oh,
biggest pet peeve is when a parent tries to compare their kid to the next kid. Because all kids is different. You cannot compare. My son could do that too. My son could do. Well, there's a reason why the other
hold on.
kid is.
I'm
You
I'm
know what
gonna
I'm
I'm
saying?
gonna say something on that.
Oh,
I'm
go
gonna
ahead.
say I'm gonna
Go
say
ahead.
something. Okay, there is an issue with that. Okay,
I'm ready.
so there's parents that know the game and there's parents that don't, right?
Yep.
But the problem is the game of basketball and coaches it's big on favoritism, right? So parents look at stuff different than a coach will because a coach will have a a player that they just think that is a shit, right? Or they're players that think that they can fit this offense. And so when a parent says stuff like that, they see it differently than the coach, right? So there's not always like, oh, there's a one-sided or parent. I compare my kids to this person. We know you'll know when you have kids, Marcus, and your kid, because you're a hooper, you'll know if your kid's better than the next kid. But if you're playing in a system where a coach favors a kid, you will compare. you will do that. That's something that's going to happen every day because you
But
know the
okay,
game.
I hear you, but I think that's where I'm sorry. Parents got to be a parent and let the coach be the coach. There's a reason why the coach is coaching, and if you don't like it, then that's when you go ahead and go somewhere else. Because let me tell you, the coach obviously when you have that guy is that guy, you have trust in him to be who he is, right?
Mm-mm.
And sometimes I think parents become very biased. And they think their kid can do this, that, and the other, and it's like, no, your kid, like, no, I'm not gonna put him in that position. He's a shooter. I'm gonna keep him a shooter. We're gonna have him spot up. This person can be a ball handler and do whatever he can do, right? But we're gonna keep him, your son, shooting because that's what he's great at doing.
Mhm.
Now you like my kid can dribble now we in a whole different realm. You ain't at the practices. You ain't watching the film. You ain't, you know what I'm saying?
I
There's
don't.
time we put in.
I don't agree with that 100% because certain basketball programs, certain coaches put certain players in situations to succeed. Right? They run certain plays for players and they don't give it to other players because either they just believe in that. It's like how many people play fantasy football in here? Do
I
Like
did
all
one
I
time,
haven't
but
in years,
I
but I
won. I didn't
did.
get
Okay.
paid. So
So when you draft a fantasy football team, you base it off of what last year's performance or what rankings are. You when the season starts, things change, right? Coaches need to understand that too. Like when your season starts, people work on the off season. People get better, right? So you can't go every season assume this is my guy, right? If you focus on that year after year after year and you make one guy that guy, people they don't have the motivation to work anymore. They
I
don't have
feel
the
what you're saying,
motivation to
but
play.
that's where it starts in the summer. I'm seeing you in the summer. I'm looking, I'm watching you. The summer is your opportunity, right? This summer's coming up in June. All high school coaches, though, this is your time. You're gonna let everybody play. But just know when November, December, and January come, we can't, there's no time. Once you practice and we start seeing, because that's another thing, practice is very important, right? Is your kid locked in practice? Is he joking around a lot? Like
Mhm.
all them stuff play a factor. So just because you think, okay, my son, but if is he focused? Is he 90% focused in practice? Does he know the plays? Like there's so
mm,
many parents upset, like your kid don't know the play.
mm-hmm.
we trying to set him up. We actually trying to give him a drop down. He don't know the play. So he can't play because he don't know the play. He don't
Yeah.
know, he don't know how to get in our running jump. He don't know a 2-2-1. He don't know a 2-3. There's so much that goes into it. That's why you gotta let a coaches coach, parents parent. Well, Lil Wayne said that in the song, I think.
Yeah, I mean that part is very true. It's just and also I mean it's tough on style, right? Every kid's learning style. With me as an educator too, being a professor and teaching, it's some of these kids ain't ready for that in depth breakdown of the plays and the scouting report. They can't conceptualize all that and put it into. They can't apply that. So that's kind of what parents got to realize too. Ooh, that's some coaches require you to do a lot more. They require you to have IQ. They require you to have be able to talk on the court, hear a coach in the ear, and not look over there but still guard a guy. You know what I mean? Because kids nowadays, you can't call a kid name in the game. He'll turn over, look at you like that, and then the guy will go by him in the game, right? They try to figure that out. It's definitely they got it's building their basketball IQ. But I will say this: it still amazes me how many kids say they're ballers but don't watch college
At
basketball. They
all.
don't
Right?
watch. I don't. I'm
That's
like, what?
insane.
I don't.
I
They've
give
never even
credit
been
to
to
them.
a
They don't
Sac
know the
Chris,
State game or William
terminology.
Jesse
how much
game.
game do we watch? Like I'm in front of the TV. We had 2 channels back then. I'm in front of ABC on Sunday. These kids
Yeah.
got access. I'm like, y'all don't watch basketball? No, all they
They
watch is
watch
highlights. I'm like
highlights.
that. Man, it's crazy.
Or like, I don't,
That's
you got to know terminology. Horns action,
They
Iris's
don't know.
way,
Oh,
back door,
hey, Marcus, that's
front the
class though,
post,
Marcus. But that's what
help
I'm saying.
side.
That's school. That's schoolwork to them. They don't want to do extra homeworks. We had school. We took a playbook home, 8, 9 pages, front and back. You better learn it. Think of what it's like in college, right? Even if this
yeah.
school was saying somebody said film, I'm like, film ain't enough though. They don't even watch. Half these kids in class can't watch a teacher teach for 20 minutes. A
Mm-hmm.
movie come
Yeah.
on, they on their phone or film. They that's a bit of that's a bit of a controversy too because their focus points, you know what I mean, is not as long as it could be or needs to be
Hey,
more
that's
build
on
the IQ. You know
point.
what I mean,
Yeah, I
it's
agree with
different,
that.
man. It's different.
And last thing before we get out of here,
Yep.
how important is coaching adjustments?
Oh man, I think it's everything, dog. You got to be able to adjust. And again, you got to have good staff around you. Again, you saw Clutch Life was on here. B man, B been with me since I've been rocking as a head coach for high school since 2017 when I was at CO briefly. But his IQ, we can work together well, man. Of course, everybody know I'm a defensive guy. I've got offensive plays, but he's also offensive mind, but also on adjustments. Sometimes you got to be able to step back and say, hey, what you got for me? Or what's not working? We getting killed on this. We got to switch it up, even if it goes against what you may do as what your, I guess, your foundation piece at sometimes. But the end goal is to get your team the best chance to win. And if that comes with, okay, we can't, like, everybody wants to shoot threes right now, right? Keep it 100. But I know personally some kids out there, they don't practice, they don't make 100 shots a day. They shoot 100, they're not making them. So what gives you the opportunity to come out in the game and shoot 6, 7 threes a game when you're not making that much?
And you know what's crazy? A lot of post-entry work is gone.
Marcus,
Because nobody
last year, I'll say this
posts
though.
up.
Last year, I'm posting up guys 5'6", 5'7". Nobody played post defense. We was
At
killing post
all.
with guard, but this year they kind of started to do it because I was like, oh, and it was out of a box set, but I was like, oh, this is too easy. But it was foul trouble. I was like, and we get higher percentage shots, and I was like, oh, nobody teaches post defense, but also they don't teach post passing into the post,
Yeah.
like bounce pass left hand, jump hook, or jump, step through. I'm like, okay, wait a minute, but it's not about it's all shooting or drive right now. It's nobody. I mean, it's rare if you have a big too. If you got a big, you lucky.
It's
Right?
keys and threes, bro.
Huh?
Keys and threes.
Keys
I
and
said
threes. There
it's
you go.
keys and threes.
Paint
That's it.
testing.
You got because it's a lot of. I mean, a lot of offense. You got dribble drive,
Yep.
4 out, 1 in, 5 out. You
Yep.
got 1-4 high, but they doing a lot more Iverson cuts, and it's not really your traditional 1-4 high anymore.
No.
So that's what I was seeing a lot this year. One of the coaches that I really thought was good. Hey, what was that team we played in the Bay with those 2 guards? They played us in the championship. They played us in the championship with the 2 guards. Damn, from the Bay Area, we played them and we lost at their house. I forgot. But anyway, this coach was really good. Made a lot of adjustments. Defensively, you didn't know what they were going to run.
Mix it up a lot.
They throw a lot of stuff at you. They were super aggressive up front. I was like, damn, that's a great coach.
But I will say this: it helps to have athletes too to do that.
Yeah. Because you need the
Bruh.
athletes. I think it's a people always say like I think coaching is there, but you still need the players to
gotta
do
play.
what you're trying
Of
to
course.
happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't win. You can't win with scrubs.
You need
I think Phil Jackson.
the thoroughbreds to win the
Yeah,
race,
yeah.
bro. You need the
Phil
thoroughbreds.
Jackson.
Yeah.
Look at Phil Jackson. He was able to win with Mike and Pippen and Robin, and then with the Lakers with Shaq, Kobe, Fisher. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
he won. He won with
all,
goats. I mean, he
but
won.
he had to implement that system, that triangle offense.
So
It's not
No, I
no,
agree.
it's
but
not an offense. It's a
he had to
psychological
have
component too.
those dominant guys though, bro. He wouldn't have won without the dominant guy. He had Hall of Famers, right?
But they didn't win without him, though. That's the part too.
Well, that's the flip side of coaching.
Yeah, I mean,
There's a
They
psychological
didn't win
component to
without
it.
him. You know what I'm talking
no.
about? They didn't.
Yeah.
Jordan was taking L's all first. It was 8
Don't
years.
be.
He was out.
Hey, listen, Marcus. You ever post something about Jordan negative again? Where I'm unfollowing you.
See, that's the point. You guys be quoting Jordan. You guys be acting like Jordan didn't lose.
We
Jordan
never
took
said.
No, we
over.
And
don't.
so no one cares about losing. That
You
He
guys
didn't lose in
always
the
say,
finals.
wait,
We can
it's
say
hold on.
that.
What are we
it's not
doing?
the point that you can lose in the playoffs. The regular season. Everyone loses. It's the point of losing in the stage where it matters. That's what we're talking about.
But you also got to get to that
That's
stage, and
why.
it's hard to get there
Listen,
multiple times.
That's why Joe Montana was the man before Brady, right?
Yep.
Is because
Okay,
he
make
was
sure you said the right thing.
Yeah.
Right.
What was
Here
the
you
name?
go.
Hey, Mahomes is on the way though.
He might be.
Okay. All right. We can listen. Mahomes. Listen.
Oh,
The game is
shit.
different. The game is different. It's a way different game.
Okay, don't
Quarterback.
be that OG.
No,
Look,
no.
the game is
It's
it's still
100%.
evolving. It's
Listen,
still evolving. It's evolving.
quarterbacks were treated way different. The game
rules
was
are different.
different
The
back in the
rules
day.
are different.
You're how
You
many
couldn't
how many
hit Tom Brady.
hold on, Marcus. How many quarterbacks nowadays throw for 5,000 yards? Everybody's throwing for. Oh my! You got 50% of the league throwing for 5,000 yards. You would have one quarterback back in the days that were throwing for 5. The game was different. You were getting hit. You were getting slammed. Receivers. It was a different game. So it was easy to. It was easy. It's easier to throw for yards nowadays versus then. So his numbers are going to be better than everybody's. Everybody. It's a different game. Just like the game
All
of
right,
basketball
let's
is
go back to
different now.
basketball. 'Cause football,
Yeah,
I don't really.
Hey, look, real quick.
Football.
Starfish said, who is this? Starfish said, Coach got to believe in all players. Not all coaches believe in their players, but I don't know. For me, you can put your trust in players too. Sometimes the players don't believe in you because you ain't giving them what they want, or they paying things for something different too. So I think it works both ways too, man. These players got to trust the coach, at least try it that way so you can say it didn't work. Then you can go ahead and, you know what I'm saying? But you can't just say, oh, I don't trust my coach for no reason. Like, I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gotta coach
Let's go
opportunity,
back to basketball. That's where I'm
Shout
more
out to
comfortable.
Ted. Ted.
Yeah.
I'm laughing at Ted's comment at the end. He said, "How we
Really,
go
that's where
from
I'm more
basketball to
comfortable.
football?"
But I don't get how we hate on LeBron. Like you Jordan fans, and I'm talking to Naz. I don't know
I'm
about
not
you,
going
man.
into that debate.
But
yeah. Let's go in
we
that
got to
motherfucker.
give
Let's talk about it.
LeBron credit. LeBron,
Oh.
they said he was the chosen one, and he lived up to the name. Michael Jordan was Michael Jordan. We're not saying he's not. But LeBron is about to score 40,000 points. He went to the finals multiple times. Yes, he did lose a lot. But we still got to look at his numbers. He's damn near averaged a triple-double.
Is
He's
Emmett
20 years.
Smith the best running back ever?
We're not talking
Okay.
football. We are talking basketball. Let's stay on our
It's the
topics.
same concept.
No, it's
You play
not. I'm just,
for so long, you're going to have the stats.
bro, just appreciate LeBron, bro.
We
He's
do,
about to be done.
We
but it's
do.
not the go.
It's
Huh?
not the go.
We
We do
appreciate it, but it's
appreciate
So
what
not
he
the go.
if we
done.
want to go, then you got to say Kareem. If you want
Why?
to go, we got to
Why? Because you're
Kareem
I know.
on every level.
one dimensional. You score. The
He
game
won
is
on
not
every
just
level.
about scoring. Jordan was the best player on both ends of the court. LeBron is not. Kobe was a better two-way player than LeBron.
LeBron's not a good defender.
No.
No.
What the
I mean,
fuck
On
did he
ball,
play
now. Wait,
defense?
on ball,
hold on now. Hold on now.
on ball.
LeBron. I'm saying I'm not. I mean, I respect
I was
his craft.
say
He
off
could play-
ball.
He could play both sides of the ball, but it was required him to do so much on offense. It fell off. But he was a good two-way defender too.
Why?
Though.
Hey,
He
Yeah, he was,
was
but
LeBron,
I was still
LeBron beat the
saying
best team
his weak
ever.
side defense was better than
Did
his
Jordan
on
beat the
ball
best
defense.
team? Who did Jordan beat in the finals?
what?
Karl Malone, Charles Barkley.
What do you mean? Karl Malone
Why do
was
you
one.
keep
You
discrediting
know
their
Karl
ability?
Malone was the
Whoa.
top 3 scorer in NBA history, right?
I don't give a damn.
So why'd you say
What?
why are you
I don't
saying
give
it
a
like
damn.
he
I
wasn't?
said I don't give a damn.
He beat. First of
John
all,
Stockton is
LeBron was so good.
who
They
leads
had
the
to go get
NBA
Kevin
in
Durant,
assists.
come to the Warriors so we could beat him. Because they just actually we was up 3-1 and they came back and beat us in the finals. 2016, one of the best championship runs ever.
Okay, it happens. People lose.
Okay, I just want to make sure you got my blood. Hold on. We ain't never said nothing like Jordan since '87. Yes, we have. His name is LeBron James. We seen.
Shout out to my dog Kenny Caraway, man. Shout out to my dog, man.
Yeah,
Shout out to him, but
there's
listen, you gotta
there's
give.
nothing like MJ, man. There's nothing like MJ, man. You guys don't appreciate it.
Oh my God, Coach
He's
Tech talking about Marcus and
a
boxing.
boxing too.
First of
Marcus,
all, listen,
Marcus,
Coach
how old are
Tech.
you? Marcus,
I
how old
can
are you?
tell by your defense, you definitely not a Jordan fan. You got James Harden defense.
He talking.
Okay, listen, he over here talking reckless. I got footage of me cooking him for sure.
Marcus,
Listen,
how old
y'all
are you?
got.
Marcus, how old are you though?
It don't matter. It don't matter.
No,
It does matter.
LeBron,
It does
I
matter.
don't know because look, no,
And
I'm
30
being real.
33.
I'm being real though. It plays. I'll keep
Young
it. I try to keep it
fella.
both sides, right? And we did come in different eras. I got to see, but the only thing is I got to see later Bron, whatever, 80s baby. I'm an 80s baby, but Michael Jordan, but I got to see Kobe and Bron though. So I've seen all three, right? You see similarities and really keep it 100. 2 out of the 3 more than Bron, but you see Bron though really being a better athlete out of both of them.
Yeah.
And that's what also has made him more dominant. The dude is a different type of basketball player. You know what I'm saying? To a certain extent too. So I don't know. That might take away from his being like some people may heighten where he's at because he's a freak athlete, bro. Like it's crazy. You ain't seen nobody that size.
He's not as skilled. He's not as skilled as Kobe.
Crazy.
He's not as skilled as Kobe. He's not as skilled as Jordan.
I mean,
And when it comes,
okay, I hear what you're saying skill wise, but I mean, look at his
Productivity.
6'8"
Okay.
guard.
Productivity.
that's what makes him great. His IQ, his passing, his rebound, his athleticism. That's what makes him great. He's so good with his size. He's dominant. We're not saying he's not top 3. That's not the point. But what we're trying to say is Jordan was different than everybody else. Is Jordan and everybody else. And people don't understand that because when you've seen both of them play, you can tell. Like it's like you going in the gym and you guarding somebody and you're like, okay, well, I guarded him. I know. Like we got to watch both of them play. Like based off of our like belief and like what we saw, Jordan is night and day better than anyone that we've ever seen. He's just different. He's different.
I'm gonna let you say that because we're gonna keep going back and forth. Okay. I think Jordan is a GOAT, but I just feel like we just be knocking Bron. Like the stuff he's doing is crazy.
I don't think nobody knocks. True basketball fans don't knock no LeBron.
40,000
You got to respect the game.
points.
So I give you this. So what LeBron has over Jordan is he has a better career from start to finish, coming out of high school, doing it for longer, dominating the game for longer. He's done that better than Jordan, right? Because when Jordan came back,
I could agree with that statement.
Yeah, okay. And I give you this. Jordan would have won 8
give
straight.
Kevin
Durant.
Durant?
Hell
No.
Kevin Durant.
Don't even. No. You can't put him in this conversation.
No.
What the hell,
went
Kevin
to the
Durant?
Warriors and then just made the NBA unfair. We are upset still.
Yeah. And Jordan would have won 8 straight if he didn't go to baseball. Just FYI.
You're tripping. Not Kareem,
Hakeem?
Hakeem.
Man, that
Hakeem
team
would
was
have.
boo boo.
Huh?
Who's going
Man,
to
don't
stop him in
even
the
start.
post?
Huh?
Who's going to stop him in the post?
Luke Long.
Dennis Rodman,
You
anyone
said
they
Luke
would have got.
Yeah, anyone they would acquire, it'll
Anyone,
lock them up.
bro, 8 straight. He saved the league. He saved the league by he's the reason why all of these top 50 players didn't win. Right? LeBron can't say that. Everyone
Bro,
won
they
on
built.
LeBron's
Bro,
dime.
if you look at the teams he had to go against,
What in the
except for the
East?
Mavericks,
In
except
the
for the
East?
Mavericks,
Who the
except for
fuck
the
was good
Mavericks.
in the East?
Bro, first of all, we ain't talking about the East.
Okay.
He had to go against the Spurs. The Spurs are nice. The
He lost
Mavericks,
to the
that's the
Spurs
only
too.
one I'm like, bro, you should have won that one. That one was,
What
I
do you
don't know
mean?
how you
What you mean?
lose.
Are you talking about when he had to team up with Wade and
Yeah,
Bosch and
that was,
Ray
but time
Allen?
out. He had to because fucking Ray Allen, Paul Pierce, and Kevin Garnett, they came with a storm.
Ray Allen was on that team.
No, before that, dum-dum, he was with the Celtics. That's why everybody was upset because he kept beating Dwayne Wade and LeBron. They were like, we got to come together, bro. They keep beating us.
No,
I know you're getting older, but Ray
I
Allen was on the
time out.
Celtics.
No,
It's hard.
when LeBron was with the Heat, Ray Allen was with him.
Yes, before that,
I, he
you're
was
getting, listen, you're
wasn't
getting,
he
he
won that
wasn't
one
with
with the
the Heat.
Celtics.
he was
He was with
with the
He won with the
Celtics.
Celtics before
I know,
that.
but Ray Allen was when Ray Allen was with the Celtics. LeBron was with the
And I'm
Cavs.
Cavs.
telling you, LeBron had to, you said, because LeBron had to go to him and Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh, and it was supposed to be actually, they said
Melo.
Chris Paul and
Melo.
Melo.
Yeah,
It
he
was
would
supposed to
need
be one of them.
to do that to win.
But
Jordan didn't need to
bro,
do
at
that.
the time, you don't understand. Kobe was having trouble with the Celtics. Like, bro, the Celtics were different. They had Rondo. We didn't know what Rondo was. He was doing.
Whoa. R.P. Kobe. Kobe lost that first one. That second year came back.
Yeah,
I
he
Beat
beat
know,
him.
him
What no problem.
but remember, I'm just saying. But
And then he
remember,
went 2-peat though. And he went 2-peat.
yeah. I'm just saying that first year, the Celtics kind of threw everybody off. Like, hold on, we ain't see this. We ain't see this coming. Hold on.
Hey, okay, so
So
what do you put Kobe at though? Because Kobe, let's keep it
Big
100.
Dave,
He
big
was Mike
baby.
2.0. He was Mike 2.0. Let's
uh,
keep it 100.
I'm
The fifth
I'm a
pump
Laker
taken
fan,
away.
so
Oh,
Kobe
okay.
#1.
Oh,
So
okay.
I don't care what nobody
Number one for
says.
you. Okay. I'm just asking. I know where you was. Okay.
I don't like how we knocking LeBron like he ain't just like he just did amazing. But to me, it's Kobe. I watched Jordan a little bit. I'm 92 baby. Watched a little bit, but Kobe was my guy.
Okay.
So I don't know about all the other stuff. Then Bron came and it was weird. It's even weird today seeing LeBron on the Lakers. I don't know how.
Okay, I was gonna ask you
mixed
that. Is it
emotions.
because he's a Laker or because but you've been a LeBron fan since LeBron? Or is
No,
it because
I
of the
was
Lakers?
Kobe, and then
Kobe
LeBron
then
came
LeBron.
over, and I still have mixed emotions.
Okay.
Even when I see him today, I'd be like, this don't feel right. This don't
Have
feel
you seen
right.
him in person? Have you seen him in person?
Yeah, he's different.
I have.
It's
He's
unreal.
he's
Yeah,
big, man.
I've
His
seen him in
Not
size.
person.
just him,
On
He look.
person, that's real.
Anthony Davis, Dwight. Oh my God,
No,
they're animals. They're
no,
different.
But
LeBron is a
Rondo,
football player. His thighs,
Well, I
man.
went to
That
go
dude
see
is
him
different,
He's a
man.
big
when he
dude.
played with the Heat, the first game when he came to Sac, and I was like, oh yeah, they're him and Dwayne Wade that was just amazing.
torture.
Yeah.
Katie,
Hey man,
yeah, Katie is top 10. Katie is top 10, but it's just the
KD
move was
is the most
so.
talented basketball player, scorer wise, I've ever seen, besides Jordan. I,
huh?
I I think KD is the most talented scorer we've ever seen in the
I
game,
might go with
besides
Steph
Jordan.
Curry. Fuck that.
No,
Steph can shoot from anywhere.
man,
He a
that
three-level scorer.
we've already proven that when they played together, who was the best player?
I get that, but
Okay,
still,
so how is it a debate?
who's taking the last shot, KD or Steph for you?
KD.
I'm going
I'm
Steph
taking
Curry.
Steph
He's going
every time.
with
Okay.
Steph.
I'm
No.
going
We
with Steph.
seen
What do you
KD.
mean? A
Going
We seen
Steph.
three?
KD.
A
We
three
seen
or a
KD.
bucket?
No,
A
We seen
three or
KD
a
put his foot on the
bucket?
line.
a
We seen
floater.
KD put his foot on the line and then lose. Nuh-uh.
He made
Not
the
doing it. Nope.
shots.
Steph,
I'm
hey,
Steph.
that's gonna be 5 feet behind the line. Still make
Okay,
that
but
one.
are you asking for a bucket or a
And
three?
when KD left, did
No,
Steph still get a championship?
What?
When
Yeah.
KD left, I think Steph still got one of them. I
he got
think he
one
was doing
before.
the. I
One
think he
I
was.
get it. I'm not saying that, but
No,
KD's
Ted. Steph's taking the last
I'm
shot.
saying, I'm going with Steph.
Well, it
Period.
Steph's
depends.
taking the last
It
time
shot.
really
out.
depends on matchup.
How many game winners has Steph won? He doesn't shoot game. He shoots half court shots. He doesn't. When the fuck does
Hey, how
when
many
did
game
Steph hit
winners
a
has
game
Steph
winner?
Are
needed
you
though? Hey, hey,
serious?
how many game wins
Tell
has Steph
me.
needed? It ain't been close for Steph that many
Are
times.
you
It takes a game
serious right
winner.
Oh,
now?
so that's it. That's what you guys are doing because it hasn't been close.
No, I'm
You
just
act
saying
like we
though. But
said Dame.
who?
Dame is somebody that I would choose that was
No, I just
debatable.
say
But
Ooh,
KD and Steph.
KD,
I mean,
KD
Dame
can
don't play
score
defense. I
over
don't. Steph, I
anybody.
mean,
I
he
don't
don't play
know.
no defense. He
I
got
ain't
that
gonna
big
lie.
drug right now. He's a liability.
When it comes to
He's a
Dame, Kyrie,
liability.
and Steph, I got Steph, but I mean I love Kyrie and Dame. I mean Dame is he
He's
coming.
proven clutch shooter,
I'm
He
but
in the
Yeah,
coming.
vein.
yeah.
Hey,
problem is he
no,
kept
I'm just
losing. He
telling
had
you.
to learn to become a clutch
No, I'm
shooter.
just telling you. Steph is the greatest shooter ever, but he's not a better
Yeah.
scorer than KD, and it's not a
Why
comparison
not though? Why not? Tell me why not then score.
because
He can
he's
score all
7
three levels.
foot with the same jump shot.
So you're based off his size though, just because okay, if Steph was 7 foot, he'd be the
Bro,
best scorer
Naz,
then.
I will listen, I'm gonna get you some icy hot.
Bro,
That's what you need, okay?
bro, Steph is
That was
shifty.
outrageous.
Steph is
Steph
shifty. He
Curry is the
got
best
left and right
shooter
hand.
ever.
I
He got
didn't
a
say
floater.
that. I just said
Oh,
Steph Curry is the
thank you,
best
man.
shooter ever, but he's not a better scorer than KD. KD
So
can score on any human being. He's a
Well, that's but
mismatch.
you're saying because he's 7 feet. Okay, yeah, but if we can go if Kenny was smaller, then would he be it? No, or vice versa. If Steph was 7 feet, he'd be the best scorer,
But
the
we
best
can't play
scorer
the
and
if.
shooter
We're
ever.
saying KD or Steph. We're not saying
Steph won
if
without KD.
KD.
KD has not won yet.
What do you mean he didn't win?
He ain't
He
won.
hasn't won a
He
championship
ain't put nothing
without Steph.
together.
I get it, but he also played with the Nets with Kyrie got hurt.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
He didn't.
James Harden and
No,
Kyrie
James
need
Harden
what?
didn't
Twice.
play in the series when he. Hold on, James Harden. They only played like how many games together?
Are
A
you
handful together.
ready for this?
Yeah.
Steph said, give me Andrew Wiggins. We'll win with him. Give
Andrew
me Andrew.
Wiggins. You act like they
We'll
didn't
win.
have a good team.
I'm just saying. KD, go ahead and leave. We got Andrew Wiggins going to fill in. He'll give us 20 and we still going to be cool.
No, it's not.
Who did
Are you
OKC
trying to
lose that
say?
that
So
year?
time
Who
out.
did
That was
OKC lose
probably
to?
that Golden
Marcus?
State team was probably the best team on paper ever.
Wait, what?
That Golden State team was probably the
With
best team.
Andrew Wiggins?
No,
No, he's talking
KD
about
and Steph.
the two peats,
Yes.
the back to
I
back.
mean, yeah, they cheated for sure. That was
Okay.
a cheat. That was a
So who
waste of
was the
time.
best player on that team?
It didn't matter. You had Steph. You had
No,
still
I'm
had. Don't
answer the
sleep on
question.
Clay,
Don't I didn't ask you to say don't matter. Who was the best player on that team?
bro. It didn't matter because if you double Steph, KD, Steph open.
Okay,
If you double
do you
Steph, KD
remember
open. If you
what
double
Steph
both,
said?
Clay open.
What do you remember what Steph said?
Steph said what's right politically, bro. Steph gonna say whatever everybody want to hear. Let's get down under control. Steph ain't gonna speak out of pocket. He
Yeah,
said
bro.
KD's the best
To be
player.
fair,
Yeah.
Steph is the pure definition of a
There
selfless
you
superstar.
go. So he
He's a
gonna
pure
say whatever he
definition
want
of
to say.
that.
Yes.
I agree.
Did
He's
he
a
mean that?
selfless
Probably not.
superstar.
I agree.
He gonna say the right thing. I'll get at least on that question. He gonna say the
Yes.
right thing.
Well,
He's
hey man, I
uncomfortable.
appreciate y'all, man. We've been on
Yes,
here for
sir.
a minute. Hey,
Yeah.
Nas, get some icy hot because we were
Nash,
saying some outrageous
tap in
stuff.
with me,
Okay.
man. Hey, man, get my
Matter
number
of
from
fact,
Marcus, man. Marcus, I'm gonna hit you up. Nash too, man. I gotta talk to
All
you
hey,
right,
about
baby.
stuff too,
hold on,
man.
Chris
Love you guys.
Collins. Listen, Nas, you need icy hot. Chris Collins got 2,500 for you. We're gonna give you go ahead and pay for that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, every time we see Chris Collins, we wonder why his hair
Hey,
always fresh.
Hey, but
and
you know
Naz
what?
is
You know what?
cool.
Well, you got it.
When Marcus has his kid and he's in Cal Fit with you,
Whoa.
fucking 7 years old, playing nothing but you gonna play nothing but grown men and never play no fucking AAU. We ain't never putting you in AAU. You gonna play these grown men in
Hey,
Cal Fit till you fucking
Hey,
19.
he gonna
We'll
be the
see how
next
that pans
Luca
out.
because
We'll
that's
see
what
how
Luca
that
did.
fucking
That's
pans
what
out.
Luca
listen.
did.
Hey, Marcus, can you stop saying 2,500? He doesn't charge 2,500 per month.
he
Listen, don't
keeps
let Chris
saying
hit you with the okey
2,500 because
doke.
that's
2,500.
the whole thing.
Don't let Chris hit you with the okey doke. He making money out there. They
I'm
got A,
not.
YBA,
You
B,
swear
C,
up and down I
D,
am,
F,
bro.
G,
Trust me, I'm
I. You
not.
be like, God damn, how many teams y'all got? And then they charge everybody 500. We ain't falling for the okey doke. We is not
Why
falling
do
for
I
the
work at
okey doke.
UPS then?
Bro, you
Why do I
Huh?
work at UPS?
crazy.
I don't know. You got a lot of kids, so you got to pay for something around here. Shoot.
Hey, you need the
I do
benefits,
got
Marcus.
kids though. I
You
do
need the
got baby
benefits.
mamas and kids. I can't front on that. But still,
The
Hey,
no,
benefits.
we
motherfucker.
see what he's doing. He's showing the UPS side, hey, this, but
Where?
really the YBA bringing the money. So then he's like, oh, hey, this
You
motherfucker
wrong,
make it. We always
bro.
alive.
You wrong, bro. You stupid for
I
that.
do got
Oh,
baby
he got
mamas. I can't
more.
front on that
So he
shit.
is the father. Chris Collins like, I got 2,500. I'm not. I got 2,500.
You stupid, bro. You wrong for
For
that.
real. That is funny.
Hey, for real, appreciate y'all, man, tapping in, man. I had a good time talking sports
Oh
and all
yeah,
that stuff, man.
love.
For real.
Me
Hopefully
too,
see y'all
man.
boys
Yeah.
around soon, man.
Anytime
For real.
I can talk hoop, man, that's always love, man.
Yeah,
Me
hey,
too,
I'm gonna
man.
tap in with you, but I gotta get your information, man. It's been a while, man. We gotta chop it up,
Yeah,
bro.
we got you. All right,
Hey, I still got the
I'll
videos
message you.
too, though. Hey, don't hold on. I got the VHS in the crib, man. I have to bring
Hey,
the
man,
VHS
bring that
out, man.
out, man. Bring it out.
He said the VHS. Oh
Hey,
hell
we
no.
veterans in this thing, bro. Hey,
Marcus,
so
we
Marcus,
know you
I was gonna
don't
say,
know what that
you didn't
is,
want these
man.
problems, Marcus. You don't want these problems.
First of
I'm
all,
telling you.
I beat all three of y'all 1-on-1. You just
Oh,
knew I
here we
didn't
go.
last.
I
Niggas ain't.
just
There we
posted a video
go,
of me
man.
splashing the game
Bro,
winner
I
on you.
saw
You
that.
I
forgot
was
that? I
in help.
tagged you in it
First of
today.
all,
And he
I was
fouled.
in help
And you
defense.
fouled
We
me.
left
And
You
you
he
hit me in
fouled
the
you.
fucking head. You fouled me.
Bro, we left you open. Anybody with that jump shot,
Look,
I'm living
Marcus.
with that
Marcus,
every
hold
game.
on.
Bro,
You was ball watching, but you made
Huh?
a bad closeout. That was horrible
Hey,
defense. You was
Marcus
ball
thank
don't
watching
you.
that
play
listen,
play.
it was,
defense,
but
man.
we weren't worried about Chris. Chris
What do
was
you mean?
complaining. He
But
had
the
Look
game
OD
was
at the
on the
whole
line.
dropout.
video. I splashed 3 threes that
The
game.
No,
game on the
he
But
was
line.
y'all
like,
weren't
you
worried
guys
about
ain't
me.
passing the ball. You
The
back in
game
my
on the
day.
line.
Once you hear back in my day, you lost me from there.
What do you mean?
I'm leaving you open.
What do you
You're
mean back
open
in
the
my?
rest of the game.
What do you mean? You can sit here and say my jump shot ugly, but I still gamed
Hey,
your ass.
and then
Oh my
Nas
god.
the only person I know that want to guard an NBA player. He got 10 points. Talk about I play defense, bro. He got 10 out of 11.
Man,
What's going on?
Hey, Marcus,
Marcus.
that wasn't his calling though. That wasn't his job. He knew his job to get buckets, not to guard nobody. That
Right,
wasn't his job.
Hey,
He
right.
became a
hey,
gym.
you
Everybody knew.
gotta do
These
what you
kids from
gotta
half
do,
court, bro.
man. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Hey,
Whole
but
family come in, they shoot from half court. I'm like, damn it, another one?
Yeah.
How many brothers you got, bro? It was a
Tell me
whole
about
family affair, bro.
we were the Steph before the Steph, you know what I mean?
Hey,
That
they
is
were
true.
shooting that thing. No
They
lie, that was
were.
20, almost 30 years ago, bro. They were shooting that shit from half court and volleyball line, not even jumping though.
For
Set
real.
shots. I'm like,
They
no lie,
were.
no, I played with his brother last year,
crazy,
and his brother was still balling.
bro.
Yeah.
It's wild though.
He
That was
got to play
crazy
against
though.
Rami one time.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh man,
Rami, man.
Yeah, Robbie was
Yeah, I
going
know.
crazy. He didn't miss. He had like 10
that
threes.
shit
Well, he
wasn't
I was
shot
like, damn, Nas.
75 threes, so 10 is normal.
No,
10,
Nas,
10
you definitely and the brother list. You at the bottom. I said, damn,
Shut
Nas,
up,
I thought you was cool.
bitch.
I thought you was
Shit.
cool.
The
I
best
said,
one in the
That's
world.
Jesus.
good.
I said, ain't this something, brother?
Uh,
What happened to you,
yeah.
Nas?
Okay. He's so
He's
stupid.
talking shit.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Hey, man,
Meanwhile,
y'all
I
hope
see
he
in the
got it now,
background, I
bro.
see a
Hey,
sign
yeah.
2,500. We won't pay.
Hey, just remember
25.
this.